Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coop.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the nest. All right, Oilers in Pittsburgh. Game tomorrow. Will it be Jarry versus Skinner in goal? You're going to hear from Tristan Jarry this afternoon as he answered some questions from reporters who cover the Oilers and Penguins today. We'll discuss the Oilers' 2 weekend games, one up, one down. They beat Toronto. They lost in Montreal. They have called Quinn Hudson up from the minors. Wonder how they're going to use him. Shawn, Belle on the show today. And we will talk about a local guy who's going to the Olympics again. Curler Marc Kennedy is going to be on the program. If you've been listening to this show or a show I used to host, I've been interviewing Marc for years. He's generally a very good interview, very well spoken, very thoughtful, and he rarely, if ever, spills water on his computer, which I believe Jason Milne has just done to get the show off to a roaring start. Woo! Are you electrocuted?
I'm not.
Is there a danger of electrocution?
I don't think so. But I will keep you informed.
There we go. What happened?
My water, I came in here in a bit of a rush. So
well, it's just my fault.
Thank you,
it's my fault that I delayed your entry.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Thanks, Coob. Yeah, I think that'll do, brother.
All right, I think we're good. Oh, just a minor dribbling.
Yeah.
Everything's working?
Yeah,
okay.
Everything's working.
We're all good. He's Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. So Shawn Bell's going to be on the show today to talk a little bit about Tristan Jarry and how the Oilers played on the weekend and what he thinks it's going to be like going into Pittsburgh tomorrow. Marc Kennedy on the show. We'll have all of our great usual segments. Our off-topic topic in a few minutes I think is going to be really fun for a lot of people. We'll get fired up. We'll have buying or selling. We'll have word of the day, respectively, for Gemco, Damon Bunting, and the Edmonton Public Library, all between now and 6 o'clock. I want to tell people something else here, that right now you are looking at and or listening to, depending on whether you're using iHeart, TuneIn Radio, or YouTube, you're consuming right now. You're on the show hosted by the 2 best bowlers at Edmonton Sports Talk. There is plenty of visual evidence for that and scoring evidence. That Friday night. Where were we? Ed's Rec Room, Ed's Bowling Alley. What's it called? Ed's. We were at Ed's in Wem. ED in Wem. We were there, and it's not bragging if it's true. We were the best.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. I was shocked. So
I was not shocked you're good. I was not shocked I was one of the better bowlers because I did see it last year. But so we bowled 2 games. Yeah. I bowled the high game. 10 pin. I think I was 166, something like that, 167. And you bowled by 5 pins better than me, the best combined score for the 2 games. So however you want to cut it. Best individual game, that's me. Best total score, that's Jay.
I mean, are you surprised that we are the best? I'm not surprised at that. I'm surprised at the lack of competition. I'm surprised that... So here's how we broke it down. It was old versus young, right?
Right.
Or higher in age versus younger in age.
Higher in age versus younger in age. Sure.
And boy, oh boy, did the young people let down their generation. This was embarrassing. Now, one person in particular stood out. I've bowled with Coob. Coob, I thought, did pretty darn good. I thought Coob, he certainly didn't let anybody down.
I can't do much worse than I did last year.
That's right. So the bar was set. Okay, and you answered. You did all right. Ben Thompson. Who I think is a pretty athletic fella.
Yeah, just ask him about his ball hockey team.
Right. Yeah. That's all he talks about is Selly, bar down, all this jazz.
Selly, go Nelly.
Selly. He was the worst bowler I think I've ever seen compared to my expectations of him. That was a major letdown. Would you agree? I mean, you look at Ben and you think, okay, this is an athletic guy. Oh,
He started hot.
It's like he'd never seen a bowling alley.
Well, maybe he hadn't.
But still, throw the ball in that direction and hit the pins.
Right.
I was just surprised. I would say that's what my shock moment from the entire night was Ben's lack of ability to put pins down.
Right. Well,
he owns it. He says,
yeah, he owns it. We were talking to him earlier. We're not saying anything we didn't discuss with him right in front of him. And he admitted that he just couldn't put it together. And for people who are like, well, Reid and Jay probably are in a bowling league or bowling team. No, that was the first time I bowled since the last Christmas party.
Yeah, me too.
I have a very simple technique that I use to at least hit pins.
Well, there's dots on the line, on the alley.
Yes, and I
should try following.
I have a specific way to aim and to follow through, and I usually at least score.
Yes.
I mean...
No gutter balls between you or I.
I think I might have had one that I really pulled and I just hit a corner pin and got a
but
1.
there were no halfway down the alley.
Where it's already... No. Yeah. I didn't have any of those. So that always shocks me where if you're not a good bowler, I mean, it's obviously hard to be excellent at it. But if you're bowling and you're consistently throwing gutter balls or just edging the corner pin, that if you do that 2 or 3 times in a row, why do you not throw it in a different way? Or look at how somebody else is throwing and think, oh, perhaps I should mimic that. Or go to the bowler who's maybe got 40 after 3 ends while you have 4 and say, hey, could you just quickly tell me something, what to do? As opposed to just wallowing in your misery.
Our fearless leader, Dusty, was pulling it left off the start.
Yeah.
He said, boys, I got to figure this out.
Got to adjust.
You just got to think of a cantilever, straight back, straight forward.
Well, and you probably saw my follow through that I almost exaggerated it.
It was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if anything, my physical form is something of beauty.
Could watch that all day. I could watch Reid Wilkins move and shake down a bowling alley all day.
Well, thank you, Jay. That means a lot to me.
Well, it's the truth.
Because here, this is the same way I sort of now bowling is not like golf, but I mean I wanted a swing that I could repeat.
Yes,
and some summers I get to play a bit of golf. Some summers I don't get to play a lot. But I kind of have a swing where it's like, okay, at least generally I can keep the ball in play. Same with bowling. I want to get, how many times did I miss the head pin? Not even a quarter of my throws?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was consistently scoring, and I got a few spares and strikes. So I think that's what I found frustrating from some of our younger colleagues. It's like, and we're not saying to take it too seriously, but we were having a friendly competition. We work at a sports station. Do you not want to be somewhat passable?
Yes.
At something?
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, that was the big, I knew we were going to beat the younger people. I just didn't realize it was going to be that easy.
Well, yeah, 6 of them against 5.
Yeah.
It was a rout.
It was a rout.
You can contact us in the nasty chat. That's the chat going on YouTube. If you're there on YouTube as well, please click the thumbs up button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
Maybe you're on an audio streaming application such as iHeartRadio or TuneIn Radio. We appreciate that as well. Maybe you have us on a podcast and you're listening at some time in the future. Thank you for doing that as well. Subscribe to the Reid Wilkins Show, the Nielsen Show, all our other great shows, wherever you get your podcast. You can email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com, and you can text the afternoon inbox, 780-218-9999, presented by River Crew Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant. $18.99 prime rib special, available 7 days a week, except show nights from 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night, available for dine-in and for takeout. Casino dealer Jay in the nasty chat says, I worked at Reds for 3 years in the bowling alley. I got free bowling working there. My right arm was so defined, left arm was like marshmallow. Well, I definitely had a little bit of soreness.
My legs were sore the next day.
Oh, really?
Well, when I'd throw a strike, I'd make a show.
You had a bit of a celebration, yes.
I'd be down on my knees and...
Yeah. What pound ball were you throwing?
14, whatever that
I was throwing a 12.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you're much stronger than I am.
Well,
Barry the Cheater says, wow, Reid is bowling shaming Benny hardcore today.
Correct.
I guess. I don't know what else to say.
Well, when it's warranted.
And Greg says, is this an allegory for the oil? Honestly, Greg, if you think that our thought is that deep and well-developed, I'm flattered. It's just a story from the weekend.
That's impressive.
Is there a connection between how we bowled and the Edmonton Oilers? I don't know. Well, unless maybe the high-end guys were way much more productive than the lower-end guys. Maybe that's it. The gap from the top 5 to the bottom 6.
Sure.
was pretty pronounced.
But everybody had equal playing time.
Everybody had equal playing time.
Which,
yeah,
it's definitely not
Yeah.
the same.
And you can't really assist on other people's games. Like my game didn't really directly make you, but we maybe had a certain joie de vivre that helped us. We certainly had belief. And I think once our 5, the old 5 got rolling, like if one guy missed a shot, we were just like, we got you, buddy, and you're going to get a huge score next end.
Yeah.
We had the camaraderie, the confidence, the swagger.
That's what it takes, baby.
The joie de vivre, the je ne sais quoi.
It takes that to win.
It was amazing.
That was a great night.
Really was quite special. It was an awesome Christmas party, and I know there've been a lot of stories on it throughout the day. But Jay and I wanted to share our personal bowling experiences. Tristan Jarry took some questions today. Here he was asked about leaving the Penguins.
Obviously, that's something that I always thought that I would never play for another team. Obviously, I had a contract with the Penguins and was traded to Edmonton, but that was always my thought. I loved Pittsburgh. I loved living there. I loved the city and everything that came with putting that jersey on. It was very special to me, and it was anything and everything I could have imagined.
All right, more comments from Jarry throughout the course of the afternoon. Jay and I were listening to the whole Q&A a few minutes ago. He spoke at about 1:30 Mountain. Just got access to the audio a few minutes ago. I remember Tristan. I interviewed him a few times when he was an Oil King. Obviously, that was a long time ago. I thought he was pretty. You heard him there, well spoken. I think kind of thoughtful. I remember when he was an Oil King, he probably wasn't as comfortable as some of the other guys doing interviews. So he's probably have to work on that throughout the course of his NHL career. He gave some interesting answers today, which we are going to get to. Right now, we have to bring you the afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today.
This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Cookie Jarry won his first start with the Oilers. Then they didn't help out Pixie Boy much in a loss to the Habs. Hey, Captain Connie, try passing to Hyman in front at the other end. McDavid did score a beauty against the Leafs. Hey, Morgan Riley, I think your jockstrap wound up in Yellowknife. Old man Rivers nearly pulled it out for the Colts in Seattle. Too bad he can't throw more than 10 yards down the field. What? He has 10 kids? Well, I guess somebody in the family is wide open. I'm Chet Palmer.
Chet!
That was Chet Palmer with the headlines for 100.3 The Bear. What?
Oh, Chet. Sometimes Chet just comes out of nowhere and slaps you right upside the head.
Yeah, he's got his own way to report the sports.
This is like an anaconda taking down a pig.
Chet.
A little bit of Chet Palmer.
Feeling good.
Right.
He must be feeling the holiday vibes.
Yeah, I think Chet's getting ready for Christmas.
We watched that game as a family. I forced everybody to sit down and watch a few snaps. I said, the guy on there is the same age as Dad.
Oh, yeah, you guys are the same age. That's right.
And
Well, I think you can throw just as far as he can.
Maybe
quite frankly.
further, Reid, actually. You know what? They battled
they threw
and battled
They
and
threw
battled.
more than 10 yards down the field twice.
Wow.
One of them was nowhere near the receiver. Like the commentators were like, why didn't the receiver turn around and look? I'm like, what? He just would have seen the ball drop in a place he couldn't have got it anyway. And then he tried about a 20-yard pass late in the game that he actually overthrew and got intercepted. Now, having said that, he ran the offense. They almost won. But he was limited.
Very.
I mean, the Colts D did a good job.
They did. They gave Seattle fits.
Their running game. I mean, you have to respect their running game, right?
Yes. While Seattle's defensive approach must have been different than any game they've ever played in. Said, don't worry about pretty much 20 yards down the field.
Right.
So they could pin their ears back. But, that's something you just don't see every day. And I mean, to be competitive, not bad. Oh, shit.
Yeah, well, the Seahawks were favored by 13.5 points, which is pretty large. But. All right, so that was Chet Palmer with the afternoon headlines for 100.3 The Bear. We may have more on that game a little bit later on. Kind of a sad weekend from the entertainment world. Rob Reiner, who is responsible for, if not my favorite movie of all time, it's in the top 2 or 3. He directed and acted in This Is Spinal Tap. He directed the movie, and in the movie, he played the director of the documentary they were making.
Right.
And I mean, obviously, a scene we quote around here all the time, A Few Good Men. He directed that. What else? Princess Bride. I think Misery we've talked about.
Yes.
He did. So he's probably missing stuff. Played, I don't even remember the name of the meathead on All in the Family. What was the actual character's name?
I couldn't tell you.
Archie called him Meathead.
Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, so he was apparently stabbed, so that's tragic. And I also saw today that I believe it's Anthony Geary has passed away. Now, he played Luke on General Hospital. And Luke and Laura were like a power couple on daytime soap operas,
You
right?
a big soap opera guy?
Well, you're about to find out.
Okay.
The off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout at 780-454-4536. We would like to know your favorite daytime soap opera character of all time. Your favorite daytime soap opera character of all time. So for me, I think Mac Corey from Another World, kind of the patriarch of the Corey family, he would be up there for me. You had Luke and Laura from General Hospital. Scorpio was a really good villain on General Hospital for a while. Who did he play again? Jack Wagner. I can't remember the name of his character now. I got to look it up. I had this earlier. He was on General Hospital for a long time. So that was he was another guy who was he played Frisco Jones. How could I forget? Jack Wagner played Frisco Jones on General Hospital. He was a big one. So those are the ones that kind of have stuck with me over the years.
Mike Stivic was the All in the Family character, I think. Right?
Oh, right. Yeah. Obuski just put that in.
Rob Reiner.
Yeah.
Look, I read. This might surprise you, but I don't think I've ever watched a soap opera.
Really?
Yes.
That makes me a little sad.
Should I? Like, should we just? Because wouldn't they be on just as we're prepping for our show?
Well, okay. So here's the thing. When I'd be home from school in the summer as a lad, probably we're talking, I don't know, grades 4 through 10, maybe. My mom used to watch Another World, and I think she also watched General Hospital for a while. I would watch with her in the summers, and I would get into the storylines.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the one with the dramatic piano intro?
That's Young and the Restless.
Young and the Restless.
Yes.
For
that's
some
still
reason,
on. I think that's one of the few that's still on.
I know that song. Like, I know the Young and the Restless theme song, but I don't know anything about the Young and the Restless.
Well, I would think... like Penner's Pancakes says, I only remember Victor Newman from Y&R and Bo from Days of Our Lives. I would think Victor Newman's going to win our poll.
Is Victor Newman
It's
the guy?
still going. He's still on. Pretty sure he's still on.
Kind of the very
Y&R, the
regal looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would think Victor Newman's going to win this. But we'll see. But yeah, so you never watch soap operas?
I've never seen one.
Oh yeah, geez, like soap operas there's something, man. They're really something.
Oh, look at this. Drake Remora from Days of Our Lives, also known as Joey Tribbiani from Friends.
Oh, there we go.
Iwanek said this was going to come up.
Okay, be perfect.
Because when you said this to me, the first thing that came to mind, because I'm a big Entourage guy, was Mrs. Ari Gold's wife,
Okay.
was in The Young and the Restless within the show Entourage
Within the world of the show.
as Kendall Scott.
Right. That's a great soap opera
So
name.
that's my
Kendall Scott.
That's my kick at the can here. Is Mrs. Ari as Kendall Scott in The Young and the Restless on Entourage?
Yeah. Well, okay, can I expand the off-topic topic? So give us your
Please
favorite
do.
daytime soap opera character of all time. Mm-hmm. So character, name, and actor, actress, if you remember. And then maybe you could give us a storyline for an EST soap opera or the title for an EST
a
soap
title,
opera, something
yeah.
like that.
What would it be? Let's come on. We can do this. What's a good title for the Edmonton Sports?
That's a good question. I don't know. Behind the microphone.
The people in their places.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's cheeseball is better.
Yeah. Well, we'll maybe get some fun submissions that way as well.
Well, look at this one. Collingwood Rob. Favorite soap character, Wayne Gretzky from the Edmonton
There we go.
operation on The Young and the Restless.
You said right away, who's going to say Wayne Gretzky? About a 14-a-second appearance. Wayne from the Edmonton operation.
Hi, guys. Fun. This comes in from Corey the Butcher. Hey, guys. Fun fact. My mom chose my name because of Matt Corey from Another World.
That's amazing. Rachel was his wife, and I believe they had a daughter named Amanda. And I remember...
Was it Amanda Hug and Kiss?
Jeez. And I believe Spency 5 Cincy, The Young and the Persnickety would be the
that's a
name
good
of
one.
our show.
Yes.
So this is the great world of soap operas. Like I think Amanda was like a baby, and then all of a sudden she was 9 for about a year, and then she went off to school, and then she came back and was like 21, and then got worked into the more adult storylines. Yeah, because you got to speed that up.
You know what? Credit to those writers. I mean, how do you keep a story like The Young and the
And they're
Restless
doing an hour every day.
going for how many years would this be?
I think Young and the Restless is in year 50 because I was looking it up earlier today.
That's incredible.
Yes.
So you've had a story going for 50 years.
Well, stories. Yeah.
But still.
Characters come and go, but
Now,
still, like, you got to come up with stuff.
Is the bad person always the bad person? Or
I
like,
think they change.
Can you
I think it's
change?
like wrestling. They go from heel to what, face, or, heel to hero, whatever.
Right.
I think they change,
How about that? Did you see that from wrestling? How John Cena's last match ended?
No, what happened?
Coob,
So what was the event he wrestled
Yeah,
at to wrap it up?
I don't know the name of the event, but I just know that the outcome was they had him tap in his final wrestling
tapped
match.
out.
He tapped out for the
That's
very
how he
first
wanted to
time
go out?
ever.
That's how he went out.
So, but he would have had to agree with that. John Cena,
yes.
the person, would have had to agree that John Cena, the character,
is
goes
this some
out that
sort
way.
of a metaphor for life for him or something? Like, that's lame. I mean, this is WWE.
Who did he fight?
I don't know. Ricky Steamboat.
Ricky Williams from
something.
the Toronto Argos.
But I just thought that's just a real, like, I mean, if you're a hardcore WWE fan, how do you feel about that? Let us know. If you're a WWE fan, how do you feel about probably one of the greatest to do it? That's the way he went
Would
out.
he be one of the greatest WWE guys of all time?
Maybe like he'd be probably in the top 15.
Like Hogan would still be up there.
Sure. I'd say he'd
The
be,
Rock, Stone Cold. I'm just going from people I know.
Cena has like he's been through generations of fans.
Because he's close to my age, isn't he?
And he's now turned it into he's a movie star.
Yep.
Well, Peacemaker's a great character.
Like, he's got
48.
all of it.
I mean, he's the reason that I was even interested in wrestling as a kid was John Cena for me.
17-time professional
even see
wrestling champion.
And he had to tap out to somebody named Gunther.
Okay.
What a way to go out.
There must be some storyline around this, though.
Well, you want to talk about a storyline? Brent P. wrote in a storyline for our soap opera.
We already got one.
Storyline. Dustin Nielsen falls into a coma from not eating vegetables and a lack of nutrition. When he awakes from his coma, he is shocked to find out 1260 cut his show, and now he's on a revenge tour.
Oh, wow. Oh, so it flashes back to, it combines.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That would be good. Maddie Dubb has a name, The Old and the Generally Comfortable. Dirty Dawn, Saturday night main event. It was predictable. So, Ian, it's a typical way of leaving.
Oh, is it?
At least he didn't get absolutely destroyed.
Okay.
That would be
But
probably
he would have had to agree, okay, this is how I'm going to go out.
Yeah. He would have, unless it was a screw job.
True.
That was an athlete of the mystery athlete once, wasn't it? Shawn Michaels?
Yes, I believe it was. Yeah. We'll have a mystery athlete tomorrow. I already have it planned.
Yeah.
I already have it planned.
And guess what, folks?
You're going to love it.
Reid's, speaking of revenge tours, he's still on his.
Oh, no, I'm not. And I never was. I never have been and never will be. It's all fun and love. I love everybody. Sports in our lives. Vincenzo.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. 780-218-9999 is how you text us, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Post in the Nasty Chat on YouTube. Keep giving us the thumbs up. And once you do give us the thumbs up, then click share and send the show link off to somebody else and encourage them to experience EST presented by Play Alberta. We're already at 43 thumbs, so don't stop. If you haven't clicked, get in there and click. No sense waiting. We got Shawn Belle coming up at 4. You're going to hear clips from Tristan Jarry throughout the course of the afternoon. Here comes the Coop.
The Oilers have recalled Quinn Hudson from the AHL. The 23-year-old is leading the Miners in rookie scoring, having 28 points in 24 games this season. Elsewhere, the Sabres have fired general manager Kevin Adams. Jarmo Kakalainen takes over his duties as general manager in Buffalo. Around the league, Connor Bedard is out for the Blackhawks with an upper body injury sustained Friday against the St. Louis Blues. Bedard will be reevaluated in the new year, and there's 10 teams hitting the ice tonight. The Kings and Stars face off. LA's Quinton Byfield and Philip Deneau both out due to illness. Into the CFL, the Bombers have extended Brady Oliveira. The 28-year-old is now locked up through 2028. To the NFL, Green Bay's Micah Parsons suffered a left ACL tear yesterday against the Broncos. He's done for the season. In other news, Washington's Marcus Mariota will start for the final 3 games of the season for the Commanders to allow Jaden Daniels to recover from an elbow injury. On the field, the Steelers and Dolphins butt heads. Swing by Selly Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road for the action. Lieutenant Eric on location for 6:15 kickoff, and the Raptors, they're in action against the Heat at 5:30 with a total of 5 games in the NBA. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists. You've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment. Today, more with Reid and Jay after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
2 guys and a
Hired or
goalie.
fired. Of the last 10 years, Cam Talbot would be at or near the top of the list for the Oilers, the one that got away.
Does that have a time limit?
Let's go back. We'll use the McDavid era.
Yeah, I would have to say he's kind of one that got away. I never understood the signing of Mikko Koskinen. It's not like he was shooting the lights out.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
You could set up your Christmas tree in the last available spot in the house, or you can create the space you need with Sentinel Storage. Get the most out of Christmas. Buy Canadian, store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca.
I've got something under my skin.
All right, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. Oilers, Penguins tomorrow. You're going to hear more clips from Tristan Jarry as we move through the afternoon. New Oilers goaltender won his first game on Saturday in Toronto against the Maple Leafs. Now, tomorrow's game is at 5:30, so the Reid Wilkins show with Jay Milne will be on from 3 to 4:30. Tom Gazzola will hop on with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show from 4:30 to 5:30, and then we'll do another half hour from 5:30 to 6. So that's coming up tomorrow here on EST. We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Score your shot at a trip to the Super Bowl, weekly prizes, and more, plus $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. Before we get to some Oilers stuff, any off-topic replies you want to get to?
Yeah, Bad Andy says, do you guys know that Jason Thompson from St. Albert is on Young and the Restless?
I did not. That's awesome.
He's part owner of the Bower downtown.
Oh, really?
And Lock Stock Coffee.
Okay,
cool.
That's cool.
This name came in from an unnamed text store. Canned Ham and the Restless.
That's pretty good.
And Collingwood Rob, ESC soap name, As the Text Line Turns.
That's very good.
Coop, you had one.
12 hours a day.
12 hours a day.
That would be a good one.
What are you doing? I'm watching 12 hours a day.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. It's solid.
Live 66,
and we do have some reaction. This is Ian says, it's a typical way of leaving, but that is the way he wanted to leave. Let the next gen win and continue while he loses and leaves. Nature Boy says that was a classy way for him to go. Or to go out from John Cena. Everyone knows it's scripted. It's the first time he's ever tapped out, and it means he's not putting himself above the sport by letting his opponent beat him. In fact, transferred all of his wins onto his opponent he tapped out to.
Okay.
So it was a courageous move. That could have been our courageous
I don't understand the wrestling culture. I don't really. I try to have a general knowledge about wrestling because there are many people in my sphere who are WWE fans. So I try to, but I don't know how well I knew John Cena was leaving. I can't remember who the current champ is.
Isn't it Dusty Rhodes?
Is it?
I don't know.
That's the son?
No. Son of who?
Of
Vince.
Dusty Rhodes. Isn't there a Rhodes Jr.?
Or maybe, I don't know. He's a blonde guy, I think.
Okay.
But maybe I couldn't tell you. Like WWF was for me when it was, the Saturday night main event.
Right.
That was kind of the peak for me. And then when all this Monday Night Raw and the NW, like when it started getting too bigger.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
The champ, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dusty Rhodes, I think, was
That's the dad, right?
Could be.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, and there's another champion, CM Punk. Because they have a Raw champion and a SmackDown champion? Are those the two leagues?
I think so.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
People will correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't pretend to know. I'm just trying to grab whatever morsel of knowledge might be in my head. So
That
Cody,
does sound right.
Cody Rhodes is the champion.
Some of the best, though, documentaries done, in my opinion, are wrestling documentaries. Like A&E did this series on where they highlight one wrestler and they do an hour and a half show on that wrestler, their life, their times, how they got to where they are.
Their steroid use.
It's incredible.
The steroid usage?
That too. Rampant.
Apparently.
Like none of those guys would be not juicing.
I'm sure at some point, most, if not all of them have.
You'd have, like, you don't get that big naturally and that defined and that, you know.
Just eat protein, man. At the gym.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm sure it'll help.
I've tried.
Do it for a year and I'll guarantee you do not look like the Ultimate Warrior.
No, it might take me 20. But
You need a lot of supplements, if you know what I mean.
All right. 780-218-9999, the River Crew Resort and Casino. Email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com. Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. We love getting a limerick or two throughout the course of our show. Post in the Nasty Chat on YouTube and keep clicking the thumbs up button as well. Let's see how quickly we can get to 100. So I also want to remind you that portions of this hour are presented by Little Buckaroo Design. Since 2015, Little Buckaroo Design has been saying, heck yeah, we can do that. From heat press and embroidery to rhinestones, sublimation, DTF signs, and custom decals. Decals? Michelle and her team can make it happen. Stop by the showroom at 5063 Center Ave in New Sarepta. Call 780-984-2872 or check out their website, lilbuckaroodesign.ca. And I am wearing a Little Buckaroo shirt.
Yes. Heck yeah.
They made some EST shirts, so that's pretty cool. Portions of this hour presented by Little Buckaroo Design in beautiful New Sarepta. So, how about this? Now, the Oilers, Penguins tomorrow. Again, we'll have more Tristan Jarry cuts later on this afternoon. Quinn Hudson has been called up from the Bakersfield Condors. He has been doing very, very well in the minors. He has played 24 games. He has 16 goals, 12 assists, 28 points. He is, the best rookie scorer in the AHL Coupe. Mm-hmm. So very, very good. 23 years of age. He'll turn 20. He's almost 24. He'll turn 24 on New Year's Day. All right, so they're bringing up a guy who is scoring at the American Hockey League level, which means they will use him how in the NHL lineup, Jason Milne?
Oh, probably as a third or fourth line winger. I mean, that was my question. Where does Quinn Hudson slot in?
That's a good question. It's good they're rewarding him. They called up Jones, who played yesterday, doesn't play a lot. Tomaszek has been the scratch a lot lately. I mean, Philp is still hurt. Roslovic is still hurt. Kapanen is still hurt. So, it's great to reward a guy. But here's the thing. He needs to play. Well, you would think his stats indicate he needs to play in an offensive role, or at least semi-offensive. I mean, put him out there with Lazar and Jones. What are you doing for the kid?
Yes. Like he would have to, if you were saying, okay, this player is scoring, which he's, I think, third or fourth in the AHL scoring right now.
Right.
You'd have to say, okay, give him a chance where Savoy is. But then you bump Savoy out of there, and that line's been doing pretty darn good.
Could that be... Now, okay, so here's the thing. McDavid is exceptional lately. He doesn't need Nugent Hopkins and Hyman to play at that level, but it sure helps.
Yeah, like you're not touching that line.
Right, are they? Do they want to try to run three centers with Nugent Hopkins again?
I see what you did there. Maybe. But then do you put Savoy up there and Hudson on the second line? I would prefer, I'm thinking what you're saying might be the best way, is if you run three centers, move Nuge down, keep the second line as it is, because 5-on-5, that's been a good line.
Right.
With Podkolzin, Draisaitl, and Savoy. Yeah, maybe. Well, Hyman's right.
But who else do you put up there? So would you go Leon, Podkolzin, leave Savoy there, McDavid, Hyman with blank, Nugent Hopkins with Hudson and blank? Who else are you putting in those spots? That really, really... I mean, maybe you'd go Mangiapane, Nugent Hopkins, and Hudson. I don't know. Who would you put then potentially with McDavid and Hyman? With
really,
Roslovic
the only
out?
person that you would move up would be Mangiapane.
Right. I mean, Lazar's going to play in his role. Frederick's going to do whatever. Oh, that reminds me. I had a bit of a reunion on the weekend.
Oh, I like this.
Well, sort of a reunion. I have to get the exact email here. So just a quick background here. When I was working on Inside Sports, there was a listener who would very occasionally text or email in. Very occasionally, but I'm assuming it's a he. I guess maybe he or she, but I think it was a he. Often had something very direct, sometimes biting, often sarcastic, but usually quite humorous to say usually about the Edmonton Oilers. Sometimes would comment on the Double E. And this person went by the handle of Yellowhead Drinker. You may remember, I don't think it's open anymore, but there was Yellowhead Brewery.
Yeah, downtown
on 105th Street. I don't think it's there anymore. Well, I don't think they're around at all anymore. I don't think they moved. But anyway, I guess
Yellowhead Drinker.
This person enjoyed that. It doesn't really roll off the tongue.
No,
but they must have thought they needed a handle, and they would be Yellowhead Drinker. So I was pleased to see in my this was actually an email I got. In my inbox over the weekend, because I had not heard from Yellowhead Drinker for a while. And now the person's actual name shows up in the email. I won't say that, but it was like, hey, Reid, Yellowhead Drinker here. And there was a quick kind of, how you doing? I see you changed stations, all this kind of stuff. And then it was like, well, anyway, here's my message. So this is from Yellowhead Drinker. I saved it here. When Trent Frederick has 5 or more quality shifts in a game, the Oilers have a record of 0-0-0.
I get what he did
You
there.
get what he did there. Yes.
I get that. Wow. Yellowhead Drinker should text into the afternoon inbox for River Cree Resort and Casino.
We'll see.
That's a good one.
I mean, what can you say? Sad, but true for the most part. But you kind of don't have enough players. I mean, you probably have to. Can you move? If you move Nuge down, who plays wing there?
Let's just say this. Let's make the easy decision. Max Jones out of the lineup?
Yes.
Okay. So that's who's coming out. So you could elevate Mangiapane.
What would you go? Okay, would you actually go Mangiapane, McDavid, Hyman?
Yes.
Leon, Podkolzin, and Savoy. Henrique, Nugent Hopkins, Hudson. And then Lazar, Frederick, Janmark.
That sounds all right. But still, are you really giving Hudson a fair shake?
Well, if Nugent Hopkins is your center.
True.
You can't say that he's getting tossed onto a bad line or with bad line mates.
Do you think Mangiapane played just over 10 minutes last night?
Well, he's on the fourth line. Frederick played the least, right?
Yes.
Or, sir, what did Lazar play? Where's my sheet now? Lazar played... Okay, Lazar played the least. But here's the thing, though. With Curtis, that's not surprising.
No, because that's...
With Frederick, it's no longer surprising.
You would like him to be out there more.
3 months ago, if you would have been like, hey, Frederick's going to be playing less than 10 minutes a game, you would have been like, what are you talking about? I mean, Lazar has a role and he knows the role. Like, no one's disappointed if Lazar doesn't play a lot. It's kind of expected.
So why... Okay, let me ask you this. Why Clattenburg first? Why Max Jones second? And now why Quinn Hudson, your leading scorer on your AHL affiliate?
Well, I think the first part of that with Clattenburg is... Oh, he's still hurt, by the way. That's another hurt forward I missed. Because they needed something... They needed an injection of physicality and emotion.
Which they got.
Right. Why Max Jones second? I'm not sure. Right? If you knew you wanted to bring up Hudson eventually anyway, why not just do it?
Is there a part of you, Reid, that wants them to say, okay, Nuge, you're driving your own line. Hudson, you're on the top line. Let's dive right in. You're scoring in the AHL. Let's see if you can do it here.
Yeah, maybe.
Here, go play beside one of the best players in the world.
So what, you'd put him with McDavid?
Sure. I mean, he's a right wing, so
Well, Hyman could play on the left
Hyman
side.
can play, yeah. So wouldn't you want,
I think he's going to play and he'll be put in a depth role and he won't play very much and he'll go back down to the minors and keep lighting it up.
Why bother?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, so why not throw him right into the fire? Here you go. Here's your reward for being, the best player on the Bakersfield team. You're up top line. Top line minutes, top line shots,
Unless they put, they're not breaking up Leon and Podkolzin specifically. Unless you move Savoy off that line.
That would be another fit.
Could you go, but you're still, I never would have thought I said this when they signed him. They're really missing Jack Roslovic, aren't they? At least his offensive ability.
Sure are.
No, this is a team that's also been scoring quite a bit lately, but it's mostly powered by the top guys. And I guess Roslovic has become a top guy. Did you have a problem with how much they played yesterday?
Who in particular?
The top guys, especially being out there when you pull the goalie with 5.5 minutes left or whatever it was.
Do I have a problem?
So Bush played 29-49. McDavid played 25-52. Nuge played 23-27. Draisaitl played 25-55. Ekholm got up to 24-26. Hyman got up to 24-52.
Okay, when you're down 3-0, or let's say even when it was 3-1, you would think maybe that would be an opportunity to say, okay, let's get the third and fourth lines active in this game. Let's get there.
Who wants to make a difference?
Who wants to be the guy to step up? Here's your time to shine. But Coach Knobloch has proven to go the other way, and he will hang on to that to the bitter end.
Right. Well, a lot of coaches have proven to just go with
it's so easy to do when you have McDavid and Draisaitl on your bench.
Sure.
So would I do it differently? Or what do well, it doesn't matter what I think. But this is the way it is, Reid. I don't see this changing anytime soon. Is this something that is sustainable? I don't know. In the playoffs, those same guys that you just named are playing big minutes.
Yeah.
So I guess this is the path, at least for Coach Knobloch. But yeah, I know Dusty and Hernan were talking about it earlier on the Oil Stream.
Yeah.
And 5-on-5, yes. I think that you need to get those other lines engaged.
Yeah.
It's no wonder they're not doing anything or not producing anything. They don't have no time to get going.
Yeah.
They have no time to be at all creative or hustle or forecheck. But that's just my thoughts. What about you?
It's the same old thing, right? The game like yesterday, I don't think they played terrible yesterday, quite frankly. I think Dobish made some good saves. I think they were a little sloppy with the puck. Clearly, McDavid had an awful turnover. But yeah, I'd still like it sometimes when it's 1 or 2-0, just to keep rolling the lines. Like let them all try to drag themselves back into the game. It's not game 6 of a playoff series. It's a game. It's a game when you've gone 4-1 in your last 5. Maybe that's the night to say, okay, I'm gonna trust everybody who wants to step up. And I heard Hernan and Dusty talking about this. The one thing I would disagree with about them is I don't give a crap about the second power play unit. Okay? This is a historically good power play for about 6 years now. I know they had a drop-off last year. They should play the entire power play, or they should play a minute 30. When it's a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes, I don't want to see PP2. I don't care who's on it. I don't want to see it. Let me put it this way. If the Detroit Lions of 30 years ago, whenever, handed the ball off to Barry Saunders. Sanders or Saunders? Sanders. Who was Saunders? That's the chicken guy. Colonel Saunders. Or is it Colonel Sanders? Who's Saunders? Or am I the guy on the Death Star all of a sudden? I think you overestimate the chances. What's a chance? Anyway, if Barry Sanders got you down to the 2-yard line, is that when the coach should say, his backup hasn't had a touch in 7 minutes. I better get him in. No. Go with the number one power play can play as much as they want in my mind. And the power play wasn't bad yesterday. They didn't finish a couple chances. Dobish made some good saves. I think Hyman blocked accidentally a shot from Bouchard that was going in. Stuff happened.
Yep.
But yes, 5-on-5, I wish that they could. And then he put out that fourth line, and they got the puck to the net and created a scrum, which delayed things. So they got some rest. They put the big guys back out again.
I guess you shouldn't be surprised. Nobody should be surprised.
Well, no. This has been a conversation going back to McClellan. Why do they play so much? Why'd you put them together?
Did you, even though it was still 0-0, did you feel that game was totally lost after the failed 5-on-3?
I didn't have a good vibe.
It just seemed like the energy was sucked out of that team. And credit to Montreal. I mean, that's hard to do against one of the league's top power play, and you're down another. It's a 5-on-3.
Yeah.
But I think that just sucked the energy out of that team.
Yeah.
I thought Pickard played pretty. I mean, was it 4 breakaways given up?
Yeah, he made a lot of good. I mean, when it was 2-0, it could have been worse, for sure. I mean, the Oilers turned the puck over too much. We mentioned the McDavid play right in front of their own net. Okay, we'll talk more about this a little bit later on. Where's Coop? Coop's not even here. I can't throw to the break if I wanted to. I see it in the nasty chat. You're probably getting some text of people suggesting, well, Reid, wouldn't you want a power play 2 guy to score so they feel better? I get that, but remember last year, I upset people when I said the day is going to come when McDavid and Draisaitl won't be on the Oilers power play. They'll be retired or on other teams. And you'll be watching the Oilers power play and you'll be like, what is this garbage? And I'll be sitting there saying to you, because I'll be watching on everybody's couch with them by this point, and I'll be saying, this is the power play without McDavid and Draisaitl. This is a normal NHL power play that it has about a 1 in 5 chance of scoring as opposed to 1 in 3.
This has caught some attention here. The question of where to put Hudson.
Oh, good.
So if you have a solution, text it in. We'll get to some of them after the break.
Jay's play of the day and Bellsy.
Interesting story about my play of the day.
Oh, good. We'll get to that.
I'll fill you in.
Here comes the Coop.
The Oilers have recalled Quinn Hudson from the Condors. The 23-year-old leads the AHL in rookie scoring. 16 goals, 28 points in 24 games played this season. And from Buffalo, the Sabres have fired general manager Kevin Adams, promoting Jarmo Kekalainen to take over his duties. In Chi-Town, Connor Bedard will miss at least 2 weeks with an upper body injury sustained against the Blues on Friday. Bedard will be reevaluated in January, and there's 5 games on tap today. The Rangers and Ducks go at it. New York's Mika Zibanejad will sit out after missing a team meeting. CFL news: the Bombers have signed Brady Oliveira to an extension. He's now locked up through 2028. Elsewhere, Green Bay's Micah Parsons' season is done, with the 26-year-old tearing his left ACL yesterday against the Broncos. Plus, Washington has decided to sit Jaden Daniels for the remainder of the season, Marcus Mariota to start the final 3 games for the Commanders. Monday Night Football, Miami hits the field in Pittsburgh at 6:15. Catch the game alongside Lieutenant Eric down at Sally's Sports Bar and Lounge at Central Casino on Fort Road. And on the court, there's a handful of games going down, with the Raptors and Heat tipping off at 5:30. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Get your home holiday ready with Paramount Flooring. For over 33 years, Paramount's family-owned business has a reputation for earning trust through fair pricing, dependable service, and quality workmanship. Call 780-483-1991 and mention EST for 10% off. Paramount Flooring. Flooring for the life you live. Jay's play of the day for Play Alberta brings us back after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The oil stream.
The big boys had been out there for 3 minutes. They get a stoppage, and Jack goes, maybe a timeout here, and keep them out there. So wait, you do a 5-minute shift when you're down 3 freaking goals?
Exactly.
Let some other guys play. So then they bring the other guys out, 10-second shift, they get a whistle, and they put the other guys back up for 2 minutes. Like, it's the same thing over and over and over.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you. At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Boxing Day rocks at River Cree, December 26th, live in the venue. Hysteria, tribute of Def Leppard, and Blackout, tribute to the Scorpions. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Okay, if you have us on YouTube this afternoon and you have not done so already, click the thumbs up button. We need 35 thumbs to get to 100. If you have already clicked, click share, email and text the show link off to somebody and say, hey, check these guys out. Actually record yourself doing that. Hey, check these guys out.
We would like that.
Dustin Nielsen in the nasty chat. What about McDavid and Draisaitl stay out with the second power play, but you bring 3 new guys out there with them? I could live with that, but I would say to that, who retrieves the puck on a potential second power play as well as Nuge or Hyman, or bombs it away from the point as well as Bush? So in that case, I would just keep them all together.
Maybe when Wallman's back, that might be a possibility.
Yeah, maybe.
But let's be clear. That ain't happening.
Probably
simply not.
I mean, there is a second power play. But on that 5-on-3 for 2 minutes, I would not have put a second power play on. I would just run with these guys. But hey, maybe I'm the weirdo. Maybe I'm old-fashioned and silly.
Maybe.
I mean, I understand the other side of the argument. That's just what I believe. That it's like, well, put these other guys on the power play to get them going. Well, okay. So they score a power play goal. Does that all of a sudden make Trent Frederick a better 5-on-5 player? I don't know if it would. It is time for Jay's Play of the Day.
It's Jay, it's Play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's Play of the Day. It's Jay's Play of the Day. Jay's Play of the Day.
Presented by Play Alberta. Experience all the excitement of the casino in the palm of your hand. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $50 using the EST exclusive promo code EST Casino for a $50 casino bonus.
Okay. I came in today. I saw something earlier this morning. You know who John Gruden is?
Yeah, he's the former coach. Now is he a commentator?
Yeah. He talks about all these games. He was talking about the Monday Night Football game, and he brought up some incredible numbers.
Okay.
So this is from John Gruden. Miami has lost 12 straight games when the temperature is under 40 degrees.
Fahrenheit.
It's supposed to be around 20 Fahrenheit.
That's quite cold. I got to convert that.
And with the windshield, it might even be colder.
That's so like -7 Celsius.
It's freezing out there, Reid.
That's
almost, it's hard to believe.
It is hard to believe.
Pittsburgh has won 22 straight Monday Night Football games. 22
no, they haven't.
Straight Monday Night Football games.
That's not possible.
As per John Gruden. I believe John Gruden. I didn't even fact check it. Tua is 0-5.
Home games. Still pretty impressive.
0-5 when the weather is under 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Plus, has thrown 8 interceptions in those 0-5 games. So, what does that tell you? Well, I like the Pittsburgh Steelers tonight.
They're going to romp.
So, I said, okay, I like Pittsburgh Steelers, and Pittsburgh, as they normally do, Jalen Warren, get him the ball, get him the rock, as they call it, Reid.
Yeah, they do. It's going to be a frozen rock.
I put together Jay's Play of the Day, Pittsburgh to win, Jalen Warren touchdown. Well, wouldn't you believe it? Dusty did the same thing this morning.
Great minds.
Great minds. So I said, okay, Dusty, because the odds did change. So Dusty's odds are really good. So I had to change mine. So I sprinkled in a bit more. I still have the Steelers to win. I have Tua Tagovailoa, one or more interceptions.
Okay.
And Aaron Rodgers, 2 or more passing touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers played in Green Bay.
Ron Rodgers.
He knows how to do this in the cold. So that is boosted to plus 227. Head on over to playalberta.ca. Click on sports. Click on EST specials. We put out a lot of specials. We don't put one or... we put out all sports.
We're all over the place.
Check out EST specials. And if you haven't yet, deposit $50 or more. Use promo code EST Sports, and you get a $50 free bet. So whether you like mine, whether you like Dusty's, it's okay. I wouldn't... it wouldn't hurt my feelings.
No.
It wouldn't hurt my feelings. So head on over, playalberta.ca, sports, EST specials, and always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Zulu in the nasty chat says Fisher do. Either he thinks the Dolphins will win tonight, or he accidentally sent us a message he meant to text to a family member. Oh, the Fisher do. Don't forget the Fisher.
Don't forget the fish.
Fish delivery.
They have
today.
arrived.
Fish delivery.
I don't know. I like, Pittsburgh's just Mike Tomlin, Monday night in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Cold.
I didn't realize they had that home field Monday Night Football winning streak. Okay.
They're dominant, Reid. Dominant.
4 o'clock. We got Bellsy coming up after the break to talk Oilers, Jarry, who knows what else. Curler Marc Kennedy at 5. He's going to the Olympics again. Here's the 4 o'clock break.
The Lock Shop.
What do you think about Quinn Hughes joining the division?
Dude, it's crazy. We now have Cale Makar, Miro Heiskanen, Quinn Hughes, Josh Morrissey. Those are your number 1 defensemen of the top 4 teams. It was a complete gasp, spit out the drink moment, late Friday when that came across the phone. I give Bill Guerin a lot of credit for slapping it up on the table and saying, hey, here we go.
Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems. But did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit WJSportsTalk.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Quinn Hudson has been called up from Bakersfield to join the Oilers, with Hudson leading the AHL in rookies scoring. Elsewhere, the Sabres have fired general manager Kevin Adams. Jarmo Kekalainen taking over his duties as general manager. Injury news, Connor Bedard will miss at least 2 weeks for the Blackhawks with an upper body injury suffered on Friday against the Blues. Bedard will be reevaluated in the new year. And there's 5 games tonight in the NHL. New York and Anaheim showdown with Mika Zibanejad of the Rangers out for the game after he missed a team meeting. Out in Winnipeg, the Bombers have re-upped 28-year-old Brady Oliveira. He's now locked up through the 2028 season. NFL news, the Packers will miss Micah Parsons for the remainder of the season. He tore his left ACL yesterday against the Broncos. Meanwhile, the Commanders have officially shut down Jaden Daniels for the year. With 3 games left for Washington, Marcus Mariota will take the reins. On the field, it's the Steelers and Dolphins meeting in Pittsburgh. Catch the game alongside Lieutenant Eric down at Sally's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. Kickoff for that one at 6:15. To the Association, it's the Raptors and Heat matching up at 5:30. Both teams are losers of 4 straight, having 4 other games around the NBA. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Hey folks, how you doing? Happy Monday. Along with Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins on Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. So tomorrow the Oilers play the Penguins. Could be Jarry versus Skinner in net. We're going to have comments from Tristan Jarry coming up in about 15 or 20 minutes, part of the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel. Curler Marc Kennedy is going to join us as well. A little bit of a tease here. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but it's become a very popular segment. Well, maybe I'm the only one that likes it. Words of the day for Edmonton Public Library before we sign off. That's been fun. And I've been on fire, quite frankly. I've been doing quite well.
You have.
Can my heat continue today?
You're hot.
You know, you can barely see the road from the heat coming off. If you're taking us in on YouTube, keep clicking that thumbs up, or if you haven't already, hit the thumbs up button. We're 3/4 of the way to our show goal, so let's get there quickly and see how high we can go. We're going to go to one of our friends and colleagues here at EST. You get him on Hello Hockey every Saturday, and sometimes on the Oil Stream as well. He makes a weekly appearance on this program. He is on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Shawn, Belle checking in. Bellsy, what's going on?
What's going on, guys? You guys look fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Well, we're certainly getting better with age.
That's like a fine wine. That's lovely.
Did you hear us talking about our bowling exploits off the top of the show?
No. Yeah, I feel like we've got lots to talk about here.
We were the 2 best bowlers on Friday night amongst ESTers.
I mean, so I saw Jay on Saturday, like as we were rolling into do our show Hello Hockey, and he didn't really touch on how good he was at bowling, but he did tell me how bad Benny was at bowling. And so like that's just a tough thing. Like, we tried to give him advice, do some granny bowling until you get your confidence up, and he just absolutely refuses. It's like you can't help the guy. You can't even guide him.
That's great.
I felt bad. I just expected more from him because he's such an athletic looking, talking, sounding individual that you just think bowling would be second nature to him. But wow, Bellsy. I mean, maybe you guys got to do Hello Hockey from a bowling alley one day and work him out.
He can just get his reps in the background.
Yeah, we might have to, because like it's almost criminal to be a bad bowler.
Yeah, like
especially
it's not. I agree.
There's apparatuses that you can slide in there, and then you just roll the ball off the end of it, and you can still get a strike if you aim properly.
Well, I proposed that to a few of the people on that team, that this might be your shot.
That opportunity.
We're going to let you do it.
But hey,
we missed you, big fella.
We missed you. That's
I know. I really wanted to get there, but by the time that our game finished, it was like 11:45, and it's like, I don't know if I can make it all the way out here, but I did hear you guys had a wonderful time. So that's fantastic. The EST Christmas Classic strikes again. So that's beautiful. I can't wait for next year.
I got to ask you a question here, and Coop was talking about this earlier as well. We'll talk about the players involved, of course, but the logistics of being traded or having to change teams. You know, like you see Jarry with his Penguins bag on all the Oilers stuff, and then he still has his Penguins mask, even though he's got the pads, and Kulak and Skinner couldn't do anything until today because of it's that whole side of it of moving, but like you don't have a lot of notice or preparation for it.
No, you get none. And I've been traded a few times, so I know the logistics of it fairly well. Both times when I got traded, we happened to actually, when I was with Oak City with the Oilers organization and I got traded to Colorado, my buddy David Oliver, who happened to be the GM of Lake Erie, the farm team, he's like, Bellsy, you got an hour and a half to get to the airport, so pack as much as you possibly can. All the other stuff, put it in your truck, lock your truck, and then we'll ship it like in 2 weeks. So you're just trying to like cram everything in to bags. You're trying to just empty your entire place. And luckily, like I was really good buddies with Richard Petio. Him and his wife actually helped me after I'd left, and they cleaned up the rest of the house. So I was pretty thankful for those guys because I didn't have an opportunity to head back to Oklahoma City to actually truly clean and clear out my apartment. It was, okay, hour and a half, get on this plane, and then I'm not leaving Oklahoma, or I'm not leaving Lake Erie, but I also got called up to Colorado multiple times. So like there was just no time to even get my stuff. So I had my truck for, I think maybe two and a half weeks total because of the call-ups and all that. And then I ended up obviously carting around Calvin Pickard and Brad Malone and some of those guys that were just entering pro.
So how often does that happen, though, where you have to rely on a teammate to drive stuff, pack stuff, clean your place? Like, is that more common than we would think?
I think in the minors, it's probably a little bit more common because it's, you're getting out of there as quickly as possible. And if you're a single guy, well, then definitely it's way more common because, a lot of times what happens is, your significant other usually stays behind for a couple extra days to make sure things are tidied and you're able to pack up everything and then you just go do your work. So I think as a single player, as I was at that particular time, it was very hard and you had to rely on teammates to help you out.
Bellsy, there's been some discussion today on the power play, okay? And Reid and I both share the same thought that 5-on-5, yes, you could probably divvy up the ice time a bit better, try get those third and fourth lines rolling a bit. But when it comes to the power play, where are you at, in particular with the Edmonton Oilers, obviously? Should it be the big dogs going most of the time, or are you of the belief that there should be more time made for the second power play unit?
I'm on the fence. I'm both because when I look at the Oilers and the way that they've operated their power play since McDavid and Draisaitl and Bouchard, I mean, not even Bouchard, just McDavid and Draisaitl have been around, it's been like almost 2 minutes every single time. But at the same time, they have averaged just over 30%. I know that I think last year was a little bit of a down year, but they've had historic numbers on the power play. So it's hard to argue and say, hey, like, get these guys off the ice and allow somebody else to do it because their numbers have been so great. But at the same time, one of the biggest issues that we've consistently talked about in Edmonton is the secondary scoring. Well, how do guys that aren't the big guys, the big top five guys, how do they become factors? Well, they need a little bit of love too on the power play because that's where maybe they can get a couple extra points here and there, which then help build some confidence, which maybe allows them to have some more secondary scoring. So it's kind of a double-edged sword because that with that top five out, you're going to be on historic numbers. Like, you've got the best power play in the NHL in history. But at the same time, you're not necessarily getting that secondary scoring that everybody's craving for. And so it's a great question. It's a great debate. It's a really good one. It's an interesting one because across the league, you see more teams starting to push to just a singular 5 on the power play.
Shawn Belle joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Of course, Bellsy, you get him on EST, Hello Hockey with Tom Gazzola, Saturday, 10 a.m. And, of course, various appearances on our shows here throughout the week. So Montreal wins it last night. 4 breakaways for Pickard that he had to face. A lot of turnovers at the offensive blue line. So I want to pose because, of course, we can say, don't turn over the puck, don't turn over the puck. How much of that was careless play by the Oilers? And how much of that was quickness and speed from the Canadiens that perhaps the Oilers were not accustomed to or just didn't handle very well?
Well, I mean, based off the way that we know the Oilers in play, it's probably carelessness. I do think they have been better as of late in managing pucks. Montreal plays an up-paced game. They play fast. They're in your face. They're not an overly physical team, but they're a quick team, and they get around the ice, and they force you to make plays. And if you're not ready to match that same level of intensity, well, you're going to be prone to having some turnovers, and hence why they had 4 breakaways. So, for the Oilers, like whenever they reach that level or they match the level of the opponent, they're usually pretty solid with the puck. They don't turn it over. They're not careless with it. They put it into good spots where, only their guys can get the puck. Last night, a little bit of a different story, but I feel like, and it's not a shot at them, but I feel like they had an emotional victory in Toronto because that's McDavid's hometown and they were up and they wanted to win that game. And then you go to Montreal, and as much as Montreal is like one of the coolest places to watch hockey, and they got a young, exciting team, I feel like that emotional level that they hit in Toronto just wasn't there in Montreal.
All right, tomorrow, Pittsburgh. Look, the goalie trade obviously dominated a lot of the conversation on Friday. It's still being talked about. In your mind, what are realistic expectations for Tristan Jarry? I think maybe that's the fairest way to ask that question.
In my mind, I think he's going to be the same as Skinner. That's a realistic thing. Like a lot of people talked about being a lateral move. Now, if it's a lateral move, then you haven't really lost anything. But if he is even marginally better than what Skinner has been, then it's a victory for the Oilers because that is that one save that you can get. So the realistic expectation is that I think that it's almost a lateral move, but that also remains to be seen. From just talking with Tommy in that Toronto game, it seemed like he played pretty solid. I didn't get a chance to watch it just because I had my own tournament going on, but it seemed like he was moving well. He was solid. I think he stopped a breakaway against Tavares. Did some pretty good things. So I think you got to kind of wait and see what it looks like. But I do think that his ceiling is higher than what Stuart Skinner's was. And I think the floor is relatively the same.
Bellsy, I want to. You hear this especially around this trade with Skinner and Jarry. It was time for a change. It was, it was probably good for a. What does that mean? I mean, you played in the pros. What does that mean when you hear that and everybody's saying that, and that's maybe a change is good. Mix things up. Is that the player, or is that the organization from your point of view?
Yeah, I think it's a little of both because, hey, Stuart Skinner's human. And every single day when he wakes up, at some point, and there's a game on, he looks at his phone. He's got Twitter. I'm assuming he's got Twitter. Most guys do. And he's getting ripped. And as much as you want to sit back and say, hey, I got to be mentally tough. And, hey, this is part of, things that come with my job is to be criticized. Well, after a while, when it's almost every single time, and no matter what you do, you get blamed for it, well, it plays a little bit in your mind. And I'm not saying fans were the only people to do it. Media did it. Everybody was doing it. And so at that point, as the Oilers, you sit back and you watch it, and you're watching from above. And when we're sitting up in the press box, you can kind of see everything. It's a perfect vantage point for seeing how games unfold and how they manage and watching body language and all that kind of stuff. So when you hear something coming from the fan base, the media, and that's consistent noise, and then you're watching from up top and you see kind of, okay, yeah, those goals are going in. And it just weighs on you. You're like, okay, well, maybe we just need a bit of a change to shake people out of their funk. B, maybe it's just time that, it's like a new voice or a new person in the net is going to help the team just become a little bit better. Because once again, like if you're looking at it from a player's perspective now, you see that goal go in where you're like, it's 2-2 right now and we're pushing, but the goal goes in and all of a sudden you just change your game and it kind of breaks your spirits a little bit. And now Jarry, he's a new goaltender, and you're like, okay, well, maybe that goal's not going to go in. It just changes the outlook and the thought process every single time. So I think that's kind of where, they just needed a change comes in.
Bellsy, we love having you. Hope you have a great week ahead. Big game tomorrow. That'll be fun to watch. What do you got this week? You got anything, games coming up, or what's happening?
No, we're finally on break. Okay. So this will be nice. I'll be in on Wednesday. You do have Marc Kennedy coming on here in a bit.
Yep.
You got to ask him about the time that we did the Pro-Am golf show with Meg Paulson now. And I'll give you a quick just synopsis of it. Essentially, we did 3 holes. We filmed the holes, and then we put it on. They put it on the TV show. And we ended up at Northern Bear, and it was a par 3. On the left-hand side was water. And usually, like for that one, it's like you need an 8-iron, 7-iron, 8-iron. And so I go up, and I'm like, I'm kind of nervous because like I'm not that great of a golfer. And long story short, I put 7 shots into the drink. Like not even a chance into the drink. The 8th shot I put it a foot from the hole. And that's obviously when they put it on TV, they don't show you the other 7 shots. They only show you the one. And guys were like, man, they were texting me like, you're a pretty good golfer. Hey, I'm just like, no.
Yes, I am. Thank you. Yes.
Like it's TV, boys. Sometimes they lie.
That's amazing. All right. Well, hopefully I'll see you Wednesday. Thanks for doing this, Bellsy. Great stuff as always.
Not a problem. See you, boys.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah. Well, hey.
That's like
you put one close.
Yeah, that's a golfer's dream.
It's a golfer's dream. For almost putting it in the hole off the tee. That's Shawn Belle on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Of course, Jay and I are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Pizza Sunday is back at the Canadian Brewhouse after 4 p.m. Grab an 8-inch 2-topping pizza for just $9.99 and wash it down with $6.99 doubles and $1 off Bud Light tankards. All right, you're going to hear from Tristan Jarry when we get back. The Oil Understood coming up.
The Oilers have recalled Quinn Hudson from the AHL, with the 23-year-old leading the minors in rookie scoring, having 28 points in 24 games played this season. Elsewhere, the Sabres have fired general manager Kevin Adams. Jarmo Kakalainen takes over his duties as general manager of the team. And around the league, Connor Bedard is out for the Blackhawks with an upper body injury sustained Friday against St. Louis. Bedard will be reevaluated in the new year. 10 teams hit the ice tonight, with the Kings and Stars facing off. LA's Quinton Byfield and Philip Deneau both out due to illness. Elsewhere, to the CFL, Brady Oliveira has re-upped with the Bombers, signing for 5 years. He's now locked up through 2028. To the NFL, Green Bay's Micah Parsons suffered a left ACL tear, leaving yesterday's game against the Broncos. He's out for the rest of the year. In other news, Washington's Marcus Mariota will start the final 3 games of the season to allow Jaden Daniels to recover from an elbow injury. On the field tonight, it's the Steelers and Dolphins butting heads. Swing by Selly's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road for the action. Lieutenant Eric on location for that one, with kickoff at 6:15, and the Raptors, they're in action against the Heat at 5:30, having a total of 5 games in the NBA. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since 93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. More on the Oilers once we return from break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Darren Drager from TSN.
Always commentary that comes from the Canadian markets. Hey, we're all in. No, you're all in when you trade 4 pieces like the Minnesota Wild did for Quinn Hughes that you aren't sure you're going to be able to hold on to for more than this season and next. That's what grabbing your you-know-whats and giving them a squeeze is all about when you talk about being all in.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza. Still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Boxing Day rocks at River Cree. December 26th, live in the venue. Hysteria, tribute of Def Leppard. And Blackout, tribute to the Scorpions. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Yeah. It's the glue guy, holding it down. You know the vibe. Friday night lights to early morning strides. Used to lace up the cleats, crowd screaming my name. Now I'm lacing up Nikes, but the hustle's the same. Studio lights, hot takes, I'm running the game.
Glue guy grind, good stuff.
They call me the glue guy, sticking
That's you. That's me. What a world, hey?
That's awesome stuff, buddy.
What a world we live in, Reid.
What a world indeed. You can text us at 780-218-9999. That is the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the kitchen restaurant. Sundays and Mondays, 50% off the entire menu. That's Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. until close. You can email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. You can also post in the nasty chat that is running along on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up if you haven't already. We're almost at 100, so if you haven't clicked, please get in there and click. Appreciate the posts for sure. So James was in the chat on Friday. I had some fun with him. He's posting in there today. I'm talking with him. James, I think you should email me, and I'm being serious. Email me, Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, because I'm trying to chat with you a little bit. And I'll be honest with you, I don't fully understand what you're trying to say. So I really think if you want to communicate with me on this topic, let's do it through email. Send me an email, line up your argument for me, and tell me what you're exactly trying to say. Okay? I'm being serious. I'm not trying to be argumentative. Like, I actually want to understand.
You're a man of the people.
Yeah, well, I just want to know because James, I feel like you say something, I say something, and they're like, "No, Reid, you don't understand." And I'm like, "Okay, well, this," and you're like, "No, Reid, you don't understand." Like, if you think I'm that stupid, explain it to me in an email, and then maybe I'll understand. Because I guess I don't understand where you're coming from, and maybe in an email form it would help me understand it a little bit. Or the other thing is, or you're just trying to be difficult with me and move the goalpost whenever I say something, which is also possible. I mean, James might be that type of guy. I don't know. But send me an email with your thesis and your explanation and saying, hey, Reid, this is what I want you to understand about what I'm saying. Because sometimes it's hard to communicate people while the show is going on.
Well, and it can get lost in translation pretty quick.
Right. Like, I think the Oilers' power play is historically good. I think James does not agree with that.
Neither does JB.
Okay.
In the afternoon inbox.
Yeah, go ahead.
I checked a couple weeks ago.
That's the same person.
Oh, it is the same person.
It's probably the same person.
He said the historic PP season, the Oilers. He said this. I checked a couple weeks ago, and after the historic PP season, the Oilers' PP is 6th in the league since that season. Please check Reid's glasses for a rosy tint.
Well, I look, go back to 2021. They have more power play goals for than anybody else. They also have the highest percentage in the league, certainly in the last 3 years. Yeah, since 2021, the Oilers have the most power play goals, and in power play percentage, they're 27.6%, and they're at 24.8%. So I'm saying if you're that good for 6 years, it's historically good. That's where I'm coming from. If he's using a different time frame, then fine. But like for a power play to dominate for 4, 5, 6 years, that is historically good.
Yes, I would agree.
Like I guess I would say this: of all the things we can talk about the Oilers having weaknesses, I wouldn't identify the power play as one of them.
I don't think you
personally.
I think at that
I
point
think it's won them.
You're picking the nit.
I think it's won them more games and helped them in the playoffs more than it's cost them. Personally.
Yeah, that's an opinion.
But I could be wrong. I mean, I could be looking at this from the totally wrong perspective. So that's why I'm saying to James, like, outline it for me. Like, say, okay, Reid, this is what you said. This is what I'm saying. Here's the facts that disprove what you're saying and prove what I'm saying.
I like it. A little bit of a PP challenge.
Yeah.
Let's do a limerick.
Sure.
This comes in from a Teef. Young Draisaitl has worked through the night to make the great record feel right. With a goal or a feed, he'll succeed with great speed. 1 point takes him into the light.
Pretty good. Who was that from?
A Teef.
Oh, pretty good. He's getting better.
Well done, Latif.
All right. Time for the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. Pretty good.
Right. You surprised me there.
Tristan Jarry took some questions from reporters today in Pittsburgh, both people who cover the Oilers and people who cover the Penguins. He was asked if he's thought about how he's going to be received tomorrow.
You never know. I hope in a good way. I put my heart and soul into this team, and I think I hope they understand that. You never want to go into a game thinking you're going to lose. You want to win every single game that you step foot on the ice, and I think that's all I want to do is win in Pittsburgh, and I hope I was received that way.
I think he'll be quite well received. I don't think that'll be an issue. I mean, he was asked about the question, so he answered. I'm sure the fans there are going to give him a cheer. Kind of weird he's back there 4 days after the trade.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be his second game with the Oilers going there. But part of Jarry's story, obviously, is that, you know, he has had some down times with the Penguins. Certainly last year, getting waived, going to the minors. He was asked about last season's struggles.
Yeah, I think from what happened last year, going down a conditioning stint and then being sent down on waivers, I think there was a choice to be made there. Whether I just kind of wanted to pack it in and play out the rest of my contract there, or if I wanted to make a choice and be better for it. And I think being able to have that choice and being able to do that, I think brought me back as a better goalie and a better person. I think that's ultimately what I want to do.
Interesting perspective, like the way he put that into perspective like that that should be, up as a motivational passage on the wall in an office. You can sit around, mope, and say, it's somebody else's fault. It's just, they didn't believe in me. Or you can say, no, I got to be better to get back to the level I want to be at.
Right.
And he made that decision. So kudos to him. And Reid, I can't state this enough. I think this is almost like a homecoming for Tristan Jarry, coming to the Oilers. So you got to imagine that brings about a more, I don't know, if it was tough going to work for him, in his final days in Pittsburgh, it's going to be a lot easier going to work where he lives.
Well, and I think what he said, and that's pretty common from athletes, and I realize it's frustrating to fans sometimes because, they have an emotional reaction. They want their favorite team to win. I mean, certainly we've had, players here in Edmonton who have had a tough run or a bad game, and they say, well, I got to learn from it. And fans are like, well, why haven't you learned from it? You should never play bad again. But what's an athlete going to say? He's in it. Well, I guess it's an opportunity to get better. I mean, you either give up,
well, they're human beings,
or you try to get better.
They are.
It doesn't mean that doesn't mean they always get better, but sure. He had this to say about playing in Edmonton, joining a team that has been to a couple consecutive Stanley Cup Finals, and where obviously the expectations are high. He's in a position that's going to be scrutinized.
It's obviously fun. There's a huge following for the team, and I think just with everything that comes with the team and comes around the team, it's obviously a different challenge. Playing in Pittsburgh, obviously it's a great hockey city, and they're very passionate about their team, and I think bringing that to Edmonton makes it a little easier for me.
All right, and of course, as we know, he lives here in the off season after being an Oil King. He was asked, in my mind, I thought it was a weird question. I don't know the reporter who asked it. I don't know if they meant to word it this way or it just came out a little funny. But Jarry was asked why it didn't work out in Pittsburgh.
I wouldn't really say that. I was drafted here and was here for almost 10 years. So I think I don't really look at it that way. I look at it as just the next chapter in my life. And hopefully I could help Edmonton.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of he played 308 games for the Penguins, started 295 of them, went 162, 132. I mean, yes, he obviously had some downright. Now, again, maybe this reporter would re-ask. I mean, I've had that to me where I've asked the question, I'm like, crap, that came out wrong, right? I wish I would have changed the wording. I don't think it's fair to say, well, why didn't it work out in Pitt? I mean, you played 10 years for a team. Okay, you didn't win the Stanley Cup. I don't think that means your entire time there was garbage.
No. It's interesting hearing him speak because, I don't know, do you find that he's giving answers and not just what you would expect? I mean, you said this earlier that you had interviewed him before.
My memory of him, and somebody put in the nasty chat, Quaddy says, man, is Jarry ever a slow talker? Haha.
I think he's thoughtful.
I think he's thoughtful, and I think probably athletes, as they get older and they get more used to answering questions as being part of the job, they sort of go into interview mode. Because I remember talking to him in Inside Sports a couple times, and he struggled. But I mean, he was 17, 18. Sure. Sometimes with teenagers, they're maybe not great in that part. But what I saw today was a guy who sort of took a second to think about the question, took a second to answer it, and sort of didn't ramble, just kind of gave the answer. Mm-hmm. It may be a part of the job he doesn't enjoy. I don't know if any of them really enjoy it, but some of them are a little more comfortable than others or a little more outgoing. But I think he kind of it almost seems like he gets puts himself into that, okay, I'm answering question, mode. You know, this is how I do it, and that's how he's been handling it. I thought he was pretty good today. I mean, we watched the whole thing. It was a lengthier one. It was almost 9 minutes, which is pretty long for a scrum for a player. So I thought he handled it very well. Okay, 780-218-9999. If you want to text us, that is the afternoon inbox. You can keep posting in the nasty chat. Some good chat going on there. And if you are on YouTube, give us a thumbs up if you haven't already. We need 8 to get to 100.
Hey, let's go.
And then we're in gravy territory after
Clear
that.
gravy.
Clear gravy. Pouring it all over ourselves.
Hey, a reminder.
Yes.
Atif in the chat mentioned this. Tom is on location for the GCL Diesel pregame and postgame show at BP Clairview tomorrow. He'll be starting at 4:30. So if you want to have a night out, Atif will be singing autographs there.
Singing autographs.
Singing autographs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Autographs. That's Atif singing autographs tomorrow.
He's just going to sing the word autograph.
Yes, over and over. You could. He'll just say, "Give me the genre and give me the pace," and he'll deliver.
And he'll do it.
He'll deliver.
That's incredible. All right. Who wrote that?
Atif.
Atif said he's going to be singing.
Singing autograph.
He flipped the G in the end.
No, I think he's going to be singing. He'll sing. Okay, Atif, do country slow. Autographs. He could rap.
That's amazing.
Autographs. I mean, he can sing anything. He put it in the chat.
Oh, that's very funny. Here comes the coop.
Quinn Hudson has been called up from Bakersfield to join the Oilers, with Hudson leading the AHL in rookies, scoring this season 28 points, 16 goals in 24 games for the Condors so far in this campaign. Elsewhere, the Sabres have fired general manager Kevin Adams. Jarmo Kekalainen takes over his duties as general manager. And injury news around the league: Connor Bedard will miss at least 2 weeks with an upper body injury suffered on Friday against the Blues. Bedard will be reevaluated in the new year. And there's 5 games in the NHL tonight. New York and Anaheim dropped the puck. Mika Zibanejad of the Rangers out for the game after missing a team meeting. And out in Winnipeg, the Bombers have re-upped 28-year-old Brady Oliveira. He's now locked up through the 2028 season. To the NFL, the Packers will miss Micah Parsons for the remainder of this season. He tore his left ACL yesterday against the Broncos. And for the Commanders, they've officially decided to shut down Jaden Daniels for the season. With 3 games left for Washington, Marcus Mariota will take the reins. On the field, the Steelers and Dolphins meet in Pittsburgh. Catch the game alongside Lieutenant Eric down at Sally's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. In the association, it's the Raptors and Heat matching up at 5:30, with both teams losers of 4 straight games, having 4 other games going on around the NBA tonight. The Reid Wilkins Show returns after a brief pause. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The EST Hangout.
Bucks had a lot of his struggles in playoffs.
Yes, Bucks had.
Well, he's had his struggle. Ottinger outplayed from Stuart Skinner back-to-back years. Shesterkin hasn't done much. Carey Price never won a Stanley Cup. More so hockey right now, though, is you don't need the star goalie. You don't need the elite goalie. You need the guy who's hot at the right time. And the Oilers haven't been able to find that goalie.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage is proud to partner with Toy Mountain in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters Boys and Girls Club. Between now and December 19th, drop off a new unwrapped toy at a Sentinel Storage near you and bring a smile to a child this holiday season.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
EST Afternoons.
What did you make of Jarry's debut in Toronto?
I thought it was really, really good, man.
Okay.
He made the saves that he needed to at crucial times, took a couple away, I thought, from the Toronto Maple Leafs. What we saw was a lot of activity from Jarry, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was moving around. So I think that shows me there's probably a little bit of nerves, which I'm fine with.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The oil stream.
The big boys had been out there for 3 minutes. They get a stoppage, and Jack goes, maybe a timeout here, and keep them out there. So, wait, you do a 5-minute shift when you're down 3 freaking goals?
Exactly.
Let some other guys play. So then they bring the other guys out, 10-second shift, they get a whistle, and they put the other guys back up for 2 minutes. Like, it's the same thing over and over and over.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Must you click? Must you click?
All right, that is the Thumb Click remix. It's put together by Zach Kubish. We need 3 thumbs on YouTube to get to 100, so get in there and click right away, and that'll be awesome, and we can keep building from there. We want to quickly revisit here the off-topic topic for William Huff. Your favorite daytime soap opera character of all time. Your favorite daytime soap opera character of all time. I went with, I had a few. Mac from Another World. Certainly Luke and Laura from General Hospital. Anthony Geary, who played Luke, passed away today. Scorpio on General Hospital was a memorable one. I think he was like a spy or something like that. So those were all pretty good. And then the off-topic topic off of that, too, was what would a soap opera about Edmonton Sports Talk be titled?
Yes. Very good. I think Coobs is the best one, though, thus far. What was it, 12 hours a day? Yeah. Something like that?
12 hours a day.
I like that.
Or how about half of the day?
No.
Nah.
12 hours of the day.
Yeah, that's how it'd be worded.
There we go. Yeah, I've never seen a soap opera. So my answer was Mrs. Ari, who played Kendall Scott on The Young and the Restless within the Entourage show. But I can whistle the opening to, what was it, Reid? Was that Young and the Restless I was whistling?
Yeah, whistle again. I think it turned into MASH there for a second.
Maybe it did. They're similar tunes.
Oh my God. So yeah. Phyllis says Luke and Laura on General Hospital. Ace says Victor was aggravating. I think the correct reply there would be Victor is aggravating. He's still on the show. Victor Newman is still on Young and the Restless.
Is that the guy that I've talked like that?
That's the guy. I think he'd be one of the most famous soap opera people of all time.
If you showed a picture of him to people like me, you'd still say, "Yeah, that guy's from that soap opera." Did we figure out why they were called soap operas?
Yeah, because didn't soap companies, what was it, in the 30s, Coop?
Yeah,
I think that was when they were still radio plays.
Yeah, exactly.
Radio dramas.
Early daytime radio series targeting housewives were heavily sponsored by soap and detergent companies.
Huh.
Like Procter and Gamble, for instance.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Who can forget Procter and Gamble? Yeah.
Who doesn't like a good soap?
Well, you're telling me, Reid, that, even TV commercials were done live, no? No.
Yeah. That at the Grand Ole Opry, they broadcast that. And the reads are done live during the show from the stage. So
Never would have thunk it.
I think a lot of those were done live. We should start doing live reads on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Yeah.
I do lives.
Well, lives, but then even at break.
Yeah, like I just run the bed over here, and then you guys do
And we
every
voice
commercial that we have. You guys will never get a break during the show.
Oh, if we did all the commercials, well, somebody would come in and do the reads. We'd have like somebody, I don't know, like a model or somebody do it.
Yeah, somebody
a voice model.
We'd have like Price is Right models.
Yes,
come in and do it. Oh my goodness, the Nasty Chat's fun today. It's good stuff. Mixed reviews on soap operas, or both ends of the spectrum. All right, what are we doing here? Buying or selling. I got to remind people, Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta is your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery, all in one place with easy access to real money games. You can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. All right, that is, what's your play again?
So it's Steelers money line, Tua to throw an interception, and A.A. Rodgers to throw 2 or more passing touchdowns. Boosted to plus 227.
All right. Pretty good. Let's do buying or selling. We can have some fun with this one. Buying or selling, of course, is presented by our good friend Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, or the Instagram handle of Damon Bunting Real Estate.
Reid, you had talked about, because look, that's a general consensus, at least from the start of the season. The Oilers they'll start slow but don't worry, they're going to make the playoffs. It'll be fine. And there was a point where that was seriously in question from you, whether you thought
could be. I mean,
it still could be. Well, that's my buying or selling. Reid, buying or selling. The Oilers are okay. Chill out.
Oh, I think they're probably okay. By the way, I looked something up today. Can I throw this out there?
Yes.
Because they have not won 3 games in a row this season.
Correct.
They had a chance to do so last night. They did not do so. They had a chance to do that last week against Buffalo. They did not do that, though they got a point. So they do not have a 3-game winning streak this season. So 33 games into the season, they have not won 3 in a row. The last time it took them that long or longer to win 3 in a row was 2017-18. They did not win 3 in a row until their 35th game of the season. They won games 33, 34, 35, and then also 36 to get to 4 in a row.
Fun fact.
I thought I got to look into this because I was thinking, I know they've had some like lousy teams, but how far back are you going to have to go to find a year without a 3-game winning streak? Well, not as far as I thought. I thought it might be back into the decade of darkness, or even back, quite frankly, to the early 80s before there was overtime. You know, like maybe they had a stretch with a bunch of ties or whatever. I stopped going back, so I didn't look up how many times it's happened. That's my random fun fact for the day, everybody. Thank you.
Do you think the Oilers hit rock bottom with that drubbing at home against Colorado? Was that the bottom of the barrel?
The bottom of the worst game this season. Well, I mean, losing 9-1 at 8-3 on home ice, I guess, are your 2 options.
Okay, but what have you said? What did you say when you're looking? I think it was around Thanksgiving, because everybody likes to say, well, if you're not in a playoff position, yada, yada, yada.
I'm not so
you don't
hot and horny on that
to
anymore. I mean, I get it, but
what did you say the Oilers have to do for the remainder of the season to be able to make the playoffs?
Well, probably at least 55% of their points.
Okay.
At least.
So Oilers last 10 games.
If they get 60% of their points, they should be fine.
Last 10 games, 6-3-1, a 650 points percentage. That'll do it, right?
Oh, that would be fine, yes.
Do you know that since Thursday, November 20th, that was the Tampa Bay game where they lost in overtime.
Yep.
But you could feel, hey,
they played hard.
That's the team.
Yeah, I mean, Pickard bailed them out a little bit, but yeah, they played hard.
Okay, so since then, that's been 11 games. They're 6-3-2. In that time span, they're first in the NHL in goals for per games played with 3.91. They're 15th in goals against. They're tied for 4th in power play, and they're 9th in 5-on-5 scoring with 29. Not bad.
Okay.
positive. That's why I'm saying, you could talk about the power play and you could say, well, but this team is doing exactly, they're following the script that was set out at the start of the year. Slow start, get their stuff together.
Well, we knew the road games were going to perhaps hurt them, which they did.
Right? And you want to talk the last few seasons? Well, January has been dominant.
Really?
For the Oilers. Yes.
Well, they had a 16-game. They didn't lose a game in January of 24, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Same as last year. Dominant January.
What was January last year? Do you have it?
Maddie had it. I'll pull it up. But that's what, I don't know if it's necessarily time to freak out or to worry. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're winning,
Well, they're playing better. Sure. I would agree. Probably since that Tampa Bay game, they've been playing better. Even though that Dallas horrific night is in there. They had a 9-goal game. They had a 6-goal game. If they can get through this road trip with 6 points, if they can win 2 of the remaining 3, that would be pretty good. So, obviously a lot of this might come down to how Jarry plays. And then what other moves Bowman might make that hopefully would turn out to be good. There is a little bit of help here. Roslovic coming back at this point would be helpful. Certainly Wallman coming back will be helpful. So there are some reasons to be optimistic.
Last January, 10-3-1.
So they had a really good January last year as well.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so if they can do that again, you start putting your distance between yourselves and the Seattles and San Jose's of the world within the division, and you can start looking up in the standings instead of looking behind you. Playing better. Last night was an exception, but fewer big mistakes, right? Like fewer catastrophic mistakes. But also, McDavid now the last 6 or 7 games has gone into beast mode.
Yes.
So, and it's not as if Draisaitl's been bad either.
No.
So, and they've had Nugent Hopkins and Hyman both healthy at the same time.
Buying or selling? Tristan Jarry made 1 or more saves Saturday night that you immediately thought in your mind, was that the save? Your Oilers fans have always said, we just need Stu to make.
Well, he made the huge save on the breakaway.
Sure.
He made the huge save on the breakaway on Tavares. That was massive. And he made a bunch of really good saves, I thought. Yeah, he was good. The last goal was kind of disappointing, but it didn't really matter. Mm-hmm. And I think, and I've seen a couple, probably more than a couple goals around the league like that this year, where teams have that set play off a face-off win, and if they execute it quick enough and get in the goalie's eyes, he doesn't even see the puck.
Yeah,
I think Skinner gave up one like that. I think Leon scored one like that, where the other goaltender didn't even know where the puck was. So that is a play that teams use. I thought that was a good game by Jarry. He made the saves he needed to make. People looking at save percentage will say, well, it's below 900. But again, that last one, that's a window dressing goal for the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, I thought it was a good performance. Certainly for a first game as an Oiler, passing grade for sure. But the team in front of Tristan Jarry played very well. And that's the story of this team.
All right, 780-218-9999, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. River Cree Resort and Casino happy hour featuring $5.25 drinks available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. We're doing our own twist on a year in review. We'll do that in the final hour of the show. Words of the day, and Marc Kennedy going to the Olympics once again when we get back.
2 guys and a goalie.
Hired or fired. Of the last 10 years, Cam Talbot would be at or near the top of the list for the Oilers, the one that got away.
Does that have a time limit?
Let's go back. We'll use the McDavid era.
Yeah, I would have to say he's kind of one that got away. I never understood the signing of Mikko Koskinen. It's not like he was shooting the lights out.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
You could set up your Christmas tree in the last available spot in the house, or you can create the space you need with Sentinel Storage. Get the most out of Christmas. Buy Canadian, store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Mind360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
The Oilers have recalled Quinn Hudson from the AHL, with the 23-year-old leading the AHL in rookie scoring, having 16 goals, 28 points in 24 games played this season. And out east in Buffalo, the Sabres have relieved General Manager Kevin Adams of his duties, promoting Jarmo Kekalainen to take over as the general manager. And there's 5 games in the NHL tonight. The Rangers and Ducks go at it. New York's Mika Zibanejad will sit out for the game after missing a team meeting. And the Panthers and Lightning are also about to get underway. CFL news, the Bombers have signed Brady Oliveira to an extension. He's locked up through the 2028 season. And in the NFL, Green Bay's Micah Parsons is done for the season. The 26-year-old tearing his left ACL yesterday against the Broncos. Plus, Washington has decided to sit Jaden Daniels for the remainder of the season. Marcus Mariota to start the final 3 games for the Commanders. Monday Night Football, Miami hits the field in Pittsburgh at 6:15. Catch the game alongside Lieutenant Eric down at Sally Sports Bar and Lounge at Center Casino on Fort Road. And on the court, there's 5 games in the association. The Raptors and Heat tip off at 5:30, while Detroit and Boston get set for action momentarily. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 3 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. It's 5:03. Hope you're having a great Monday. Downright balmy out there. My phone says it's +6.
Get your windshield washer fluid.
We're going to have to do some sunbathing tonight.
Oh, I love it.
We're lying out on the lawn here.
During the excavation.
Are they still Oh, yeah, we're doing the excavation.
Yes.
What was it? It was you, me, Big Uke, and Ace. We all had jobs. You were digging. I think Ace, he was cataloging. He was like bagging the artifacts and cataloging them.
And Uke was, was he just the overseer?
Was he the foreman?
Yeah, he was the foreman.
And then
didn't we have Norman at Combine too?
Probably.
He's probably on the dig.
Yeah.
He's a big fella. I don't mind.
I don't know what our jobs were.
Ah.
Doesn't matter. We're over 100 thumbs. Huge reaction. Don't stop. Don't stop. If you haven't clicked, click already. Share the show link with somebody else. Send that off as well. We love talking to you. Oilers game tomorrow. Oilers game tomorrow is a 5:30 game. So Jay and I are on from 3 to 4:30. Tom Gazzola has the GCL Diesel Oil Street pregame show from 4:30 to 5:30. Game at 5:30. I got a cutout for the final half hour, so Jay will take you home from 5:30 to 6. James in the net. John Klingberg, 7 goals this season. Did you see he got 2 in their big comeback?
Yeah.
By the way, you often talk about not wanting to play a team when they're angry. The Penguins have blown leads in 2 straight games.
Uh-oh.
So you'd hope that they would respond. I guess, they're hoping to respond. We'll see what they have against the Oilers tomorrow. Or maybe they're rattled. Maybe they're broken for a while.
Could be.
You never know.
Could be the Jarry trade broke them.
All right. Well, that would be quite unexpected. All right. Always love talking to this guy. He is going to the Olympics once again, and he's a busy guy. I think he's driving right now, probably to another event. Curler Marc Kennedy is on the line. Marc, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
Hey, boys. I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing great. Where are you headed?
I'm driving to Saskatoon for a Grand Slam event. I'm about 45 minutes out of town. I was hoping to be there in time for the interview, but roads were a little dicey today, so you got me in the car.
Okay, that's okay. Which one is this weekend? I can't keep them all straight.
This is the Canadian Open.
And when does it start?
Our first game will be tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Oh,
so tonight's a little bit of practice and get checked in, and then we'll get after it tomorrow.
Now, are you with a teammate right now, or?
I am. No, I am. I got my skipper here, Brad Jacobs, is in the passenger seat, and then I've got my wife, Nicole, and daughter, Brecken, in the back because they're coming to watch some curling this week. So you got a full car.
Okay. Well, I'm glad Brad is there. Brad will not remember this. Was it 2014 he got the gold medal?
Yeah, it was.
And he was at an Oilers game. And you'll remember this, Marc. Remember the little fishbowl Staff and I would be in downstairs?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And they brought Brad, and I talked curling, and I was like, you got to tell me why you did the 2-footed box jump onto the podium. Do you remember that? Does he?
Oh, yeah.
He probably doesn't remember that I asked that, but he gave a fun answer about it. So I like people with good personalities. All right. First of all.
Hey, wait. He's looking at me right now, and he's saying, oh, I remember that handsome guy asking me that question.
Of course he does. There you go. Well,
That's awesome.
I've only continued to have an appearance with age. So this is going to be your 4th trip to the Olympics. Does it feel? Does it? Are you as excited as the first time you qualified? How does this one feel?
Oh yeah, just as excited. I mean, they're all a little different in their own way. This one, this was a long 4-year journey for us. Bringing Brad in year 2, really, really tough competition. Some of the best curling I've ever seen in my life. So, to come out on top is pretty special. They're all special. I said last week in an interview, the older you get a bit of a different perspective. I certainly appreciate this one a lot. Trying to take it all in right now. There gets to be a little bit of chaos trying to get ready for the Olympics now, like logistically. But I'm finding myself just enjoying that a little bit more than I have before because I know it's probably my last trip and just going to try to smell the roses a bit along the way and enjoy this journey with a pretty spectacular group of guys.
The Olympic trials, I mean, what a week. And you've been in tons of big events. You and I have talked before and after a lot of those. I've always felt when I have watched the Olympic trials, I've always felt like there's a tension that even exceeds the Briers or the Worlds or the Olympics. That's my observing through a television. How tense is the week for a participant?
Yeah, no, it's a good observation. It is. Actually, Brad and I were just talking about that. It's the Olympic trials is a funny event because, lots of times you don't get the best from other teams because everybody's a little bit more tense about the Olympics because it only comes around once a year. It's the biggest sporting event in the world. It plays tricks with people's brains and their emotions, and it ends up being a really tough week on people's on their psyches, I guess you could say. So yeah, there definitely is a higher level of tension, and from our group's perspective, credit to our whole team. We went in with a little bit less of that tension, a little more relaxed, trying to detach ourselves a bit from the results and just try to curl the best we can. And I think that ended up being one of our advantages over the other teams as the week went on.
Marc Kennedy, Olympic curler, joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I wanted to ask you, because curling teams have changed. They've evolved, where it used to be Team Alberta was Team Alberta. And now we talked about that with you last time you were on, where you can have imports and all this stuff. But at the root of that, you still need to make a team. And you're picking from a group of players that are all world-class curlers. So how important is finding the right fit off the ice in developing and making a team that, will be representing Canada at the Olympics?
Yeah, good question, Jay. It's extremely important. That the whole chemistry part is a massive part of the equation. Like, there's a lot of teams out there that have 4 very talented curlers, and we've been saying this for a while now. It's still the best team that wins, and we've done a good job. A couple things that helped us get over the hump was bringing Brad in with his leadership qualities. I think really helped steered our team in the right direction. So that was one big part of it. And the other part is just trying to build a culture of, hard work, support, and teamwork. And when you get 4, especially guys, and we all have lives and we all have families and we all have, different personalities, to get all 4 of us together working hard for one another is a really difficult thing to do. And credit to our coach too, Paul Webster. That was probably his biggest job, was just keeping this ship going in the right direction. And that was a big part of our success. Is when we were out there last week in Halifax, we've had a lot of people come up to us and say that you guys were the best all-around team, and you sounded like the best team, and you got along well, and you supported each other. There was no broom banging. It was just 4 guys playing really hard for one another to try to accomplish the ultimate goal. And it was something we worked really hard on as a group, and it was nice to see it come to fruition.
Marc Kennedy joining us on the Reid Wilkins Show. Of course, he plays third for the Brad Jacobs rink. They're going to the Olympic Games. So, look, you just told us you're in the car going to the Grand Slam event in Saskatoon, which is great. You got Christmas coming up. The Olympics are, the official dates are the 6th to the 22nd with everything going on. So do you have to already, after Christmas, think about, all right, packing, traveling, passports, getting the Canadian official toque that you have to wear in public all the time? What happens after Christmas?
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. I'll give you a little bit of insight. We're excited to curl this week, but we're also excited for that Christmas break. Everybody's going to need a little time away with family, and that might be the time where we get to soak in the Olympic trials victory a little bit more. But come the new year, it'll be we have our last Grand Slam event will be in Steinbach, Manitoba, and that'll be kind of the start to gear up to get ready for the Olympics. So we've already got a schedule in place. We're going to be spending 5 days in Brunico, northern Italy, leading up to the games. So we get a chance to, it's called staging. So that's where we're going to get our Olympic kit. That's where we're going to get all of our practice ice in and kind of get acclimatized to Italian time zone and weather and food. So yeah, I would say January 5th or 6th is when we're really going to start ramp things up before we head out. I believe we leave on February 3rd. So we've got about a month there to really get things going and get ourselves mentally and physically prepped for the Olympics. But it's a bit of a whirlwind. Right now it's a lot of logistics to try to get the families over to watch us. There's a lot involved with that right now. So we're kind of knee deep in that type of stuff. But again, it's great problems to have, and we're super excited for the opportunity. It truly is an honor and a privilege to wear the maple leaf on the Olympic landscape. So we can't wait.
This is your 4th appearance in the Olympics, which is crazy. I mean, to be able to say that's tremendous. But what is your favorite part of the Olympics? I mean, I get you're going there for a gold. I understand that. But, there's some time before. There's probably some time after. I mean, you've been to 3 of these already. So is there something you're like, okay, now I know you're like the veteran of the Olympics there. I mean, what is something that you now have learned that you should probably take advantage of?
Oh, yeah. Well, every Olympics is different. And, Vancouver I'll take you through a little bit of them. Vancouver, it was really important that we got around to a lot of the other events and really enjoyed the full experience. Once you become Team Canada, you become a part of a bigger team, which isn't something that happens for us in a typical curling season. So you really want to try to support other Team Canada athletes. You want to get to other events. So we're going to try our best to do that at this one. But we're in a small remote village 5 hours away from the main village. So it's going to be a little bit limited as to what we can do. But we're still going to try to meet other athletes and be a part of the bigger group. That's very important. For me, though, personally, I just really want to perform well at this one. The Olympics in 2018 in South Korea, we left there with a 4th place finish, and we never really got our best game. We never found our A game there. We kind of grinded through the week and lost the semifinal. So for me, I want to enjoy every minute of this with my teammates. I'm excited to wear the maple leaf, but I really want to go to this one and play my best and have our best week as a team. That's really what I want to do, and try to bring some hardware back for Canadian fans. So that's kind of the number one thing on my mind, is just to have a great performance.
Marc, I just want to get one more in for you, and thanks for being so generous with your time here while you're on the road. Canada's always a favorite. I think even in the decade plus that you and I have known each other, men's curling around the world has gotten better. And I do believe anybody can beat anybody in any given game. But who are the other 2 or 3 other top nations that will have high expectations like Canada going in?
Oh yeah, there's no easy games anymore, Reid. In the 20 years I've been in this level, going back to 2010, I think there was maybe 3 teams that could beat us on a good day at the Olympics. Now anyone can beat you. So you're looking at number 1 team in the world, Bruce Mowat from Scotland. Yannick Schwaller from Switzerland is the number 4 team in the world. Nicolas Sedin is the defending Olympic gold medalist. You've got, there's just no easy games. Even, Germany is your last year's European champion. It's just going to be tough, but a lot of the teams we played at the World Championships last year in Moose Jaw, and we're very familiar with all the teams. It's just going to be hard, and we're going to have to play our best and do everything we possibly can to try to get onto that podium. So it's going to be very challenging, but we're going to be up for the task.
Marc, it's always great to have you on the show. I know we'll be in touch probably on and off air before or after the Olympics. It's always a pleasure watching you play. I'm so glad you're going to the Olympics once again. You and Brad and company are doing a great job representing Canada. If Brad would like a signed photo, full-length poster, I could probably figure that out as well.
He says yes.
Okay.
He would love one. And as long as Jay signs it as well.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
Okay. Preferably one of those old autograph cards that Jay has from his junior football days with the Wildcats.
I was just going to say, the Wildcats and Huskies split this year, so we really, neither you or I have the edge. So we'll have to figure something out for next year's
there's
PFC.
always next year.
There's always next
year, yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for doing this, Marc. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good week, and, of course, all the best at the Olympics.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time. We'll talk to you again soon. Take care.
That is Marc Kennedy checking in. He's a great interview, and he's a great ambassador for the sport of curling, because he tells you stuff about it.
Well, and not only that, he's involved in the local curling community.
Yeah, he's excellent. Yeah, he's involved in the local community. So he played
Huskies. He was a quarterback.
You?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was a lefty.
You were probably mean to him.
I wasn't nice to him. I mean, hey, we were competitive people. He's obviously he's still competing on a day-to-day basis, and I'm sitting here talking.
Right.
I'm interviewing him now. What a world!
I just think, because I've interviewed him tons over the years. I mean, probably 2 or 3 times a year. And I always like feel like I learned something from him. And I mean, he's the type like Curling Canada or whoever should be like, oh yeah, like that. We got to put that guy out there because I would think to me, I could be wrong, but like if I heard him, I would want to watch him. Like sometimes you hear interviews and it's like, okay, whatever. They talk to that guy.
Well-spoken,
but yeah,
bright, engaging. And obviously, I mean, curling is his life.
Yeah.
So yeah, good luck to them, man. That's going to be fun. That's so close. That's 2 months away?
February 6th.
Yeah.
That's nigh on. That's nigh
a month and a half.
It's nigh on a month and a half.
Fantastic.
That's great stuff. We're coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Enter for a trip for 2 to Super Bowl 60, plus weekly prizes and $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. And don't forget Taco Tuesday tomorrow at the Canadian Brewhouse. All right. What, you got something for me?
Oh, no. Just well, you know, there's a Dolphins fan in the inbox. He's
is he unhappy with you?
Yeah. We have
playfully unhappy or actually unhappy?
Playfully unhappy. I've wished him and his team good luck tonight. He figures, I did say, I'm like, come on. You seriously think the Dolphins can make a run? He says, yes, they're making the run. We need lots of help.
What's their record now?
But everything is possible. Right now, the Dolphins they're on the bubble, Reid, 6-7. So they're third in the AFC East.
Were they 2-7? They had 4 in a row. They were awful. Like, didn't people want McDaniel fired?
Oh, that's been, I think, going on now since last season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Poor guys. Yeah, the NFL is just proving once again why it is king. I mean, you see that some of these games yesterday.
Yeah.
The Rams-Lions game, that was...
Bills were down 21-0.
Bills were down 21-0.
Allen puked on the sideline.
Yeah. Fantastic. Entertainment.
It's fun, but you know what? It's a bit of a double standard for athletes. Like Josh Allen pukes on the sideline and comes back and plays, and everybody lionizes him. If I puked on air, people would be like, "That's disgusting."
Yeah, like you should go home. No, incredible action. That'll be an interesting Monday nighter tonight. I wish you good luck, Sir Dolphin Nation. Aside from my play of the day.
All right, that's good stuff. Let's tell you what, if you got us on YouTube, maybe you're joining at a different time than other people have joined. So maybe you have not hit the thumbs up button. So if you haven't, please do so. If you have hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button. It'll automatically generate a link for you to share with other people.
Yes.
And then you can text that or email it off to other people. If you're on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, that's also awesome. Just spread the word about Edmonton Sports Talk with other people. So after the Christmas party, get picked up by an Uber. So me, Hernan Salas, great guy, 1 to 3 every day with Joaquin Gage, and that persnickety guy we work with. What's his name again? Uanuk. We get into the Uber, and the guy's a lister.
Yeah. Fantastic.
And I guess back in the 1260 days, he won some sports magical trip or something like that.
We ran into quite a few listeners throughout the night.
We saw a couple, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it is neat.
There was a guy there was a group of people there, Reid, that were at Ed's Saturday, and they were also there last year, the night of our Christmas party.
That was so weird. Yeah.
It was just...
you're good at making friends too.
Well, the one guy smells really good.
Yeah, you almost liked his smell a little too much.
I loved it.
You should have seen where you
give me some more.
Do you remember where you buried your nose?
It right in his chest. I love a good cologne, and he was wearing one of the best.
All right, it is 5:23. Our good friend Zach Kubish.
Quinn Hudson has been called up from Bakersfield to join the Oilers, with Hudson leading the AHL in rookies scoring this season, 28 points, 16 goals in 24 appearances. Elsewhere, the Sabres have fired general manager Kevin Adams. Jarmo Kekalainen taking over his duties as general manager. And right now, there's 2 games underway in the NHL, both midway through the opening frame. The Panthers on the board twice over the Lightning, 2-0 in Tampa, while in New York, the Rangers and Ducks are scoreless. Out in Winnipeg, the Bombers have re-upped 28-year-old Brady Oliveira. He's now with the team through the 2028 season. Over to the NFL, the Packers will miss Micah Parsons for the remainder of the year. He tore his left ACL yesterday against the Broncos. Meanwhile, the Commanders have officially shut down Jaden Daniels for the season, with 3 games left for Washington. Marcus Mariota will take each start for the Commanders. On the field, the Steelers and Dolphins meet in Pittsburgh. Catch the game alongside Lieutenant Eric down at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. Kickoff at 6:15. And in the association, the Raptors and Heat matchup at 5:30 in about 5 minutes. With 1 game underway right now, 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Detroit leads Boston by 3 points. The Reid Wilkins Show returns after a quick break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
Skip the couch and hit the Canadian Brewhouse. Your home for every puck drop, every goal, and every cheer. With ice-cold drinks, massive screens, and the best fans in town. This hockey season, our house is your arena.
Boxing Day rocks at River Cree. December 26th, live in the venue. Hysteria, tribute of Def Leppard. And Blackout, tribute to the Scorpions. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Sentinel Storage is proud to partner with Toy Mountain in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters Boys and Girls Club. Between now and December 19th, drop off a new unwrapped toy at a Sentinel Storage near you and bring a smile to a child this holiday season.
Hope you're having a wonderful day. Oilers in Pittsburgh tomorrow. So Monday Night Football is in Pittsburgh. So I just saw on Instagram a Oilers pluser appears to be at the game.
Oh, that makes
wonder
sense.
how many of them went.
Fun. Wonder if Jack and Louie are there.
I don't know.
That'd be exciting. Every time I see, what is it, Heinz Field? Or is it no longer?
I think it's still Heinz Field, isn't it?
I just think of that Batman movie where they blow it all up.
The effects blew it all up.
Oh, no, that was real, Reid. That was real.
It is called Acrisure Stadium.
Of course it is.
What an advantage, though, to have the first naming rights for a new stadium. You still think of Heinz Field.
Yes, that's true.
And they had a player named Heinz Ward. Was he not the player in that shot?
Yes, he was.
From Batman 3, Batman
Returns?
No. Batman and Robin.
So this was the Batman.
This was the Christian Bale Batman.
And who was the guy?
I don't remember what they were all called.
The Dark Knight Rises?
The Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
Bane.
Yeah, it was Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises.
Could you do a Bane voice?
I'm going to hurt you, Jason, man. You better watch out. I'm not done with you, Jason, man.
We've unlocked a new voice, everybody.
There it is. Bane. Yeah. That wasn't bad, actually.
That was pretty good.
That turned out better because, well, the complaint people had was that they could not understand him.
Right.
Yeah. And he kind of had that
Why are you
weird
wondering
inflection to it.
about That was a crazy scene from that movie with the airplane.
Oh, at the very beginning.
Spoilers.
There's an airplane in the movie.
Crazy airplane scene where they hijack an airplane.
Oh, my goodness. It's Christmas season. So do you know what I'm doing for Christmas outing on Friday?
Caroling, yossling.
No.
What?
I'm going to see Die Harsh, the musical, the play that the Grindstone puts on.
Really?
Yeah, but it's at the Orange Hub, the old McEwen building.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so that'll be fun. Because, you know, so one of my good friends you've met, we did, was it Die Hard a couple years? 1 year we did Gremlins right before Christmas at the Metro, did Die Hard, and we were like, oh, what are we going to do this year? And it's like, oh, Die Harsh. That'll be fun.
So what is it?
It's a musical.
It's a musical.
It's a stage performance.
But they act out Die Hard?
But it's Die Harsh, so I think it's a spoof or a knockoff or whatever. Yeah, I think it's playful.
That's odd to see a play revolving a non-Christmas movie right around Christmas time.
Yeah, it really is, Scoop. Thanks for pointing that out.
Unusual.
God.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out.
Speaking of which, the EST Christmas draft is coming up tomorrow morning.
That is
9
tomorrow.
a.m.
9 a.m. I'm on the Hangout, assuming there's no big breaking news that we have to cover all day like we did on Friday, because it was supposed to be Friday.
I think you're going to win.
I really don't know. I think I'm going to have a couple picks that will shock and annoy Dustin Nielsen, which is part of the reason I'm participating. To be as difficult as possible.
Well, at least
don't
you're
tell
honest.
anybody. Don't tell Dustin. The people listening, keep that under your hat. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think everybody is expecting you to come in and completely wreck this draft.
How so?
I don't know. Just with some of your picks, maybe some of your. You know, everybody's always trying to push something by that might be, flirting the line a bit.
Yes.
I think you're going to push that. I think you're going to push boundaries tomorrow. That's what you're going to do.
Or it might just be difficult.
Well, but that's part of pushing the boundaries.
Well, true. It's a very the draft is, quite frankly, it's not well organized. There's a lot of gray area. There's a lot of crossover. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for debate and protests.
They don't like that.
Well, then they should do a better job of stipulating
maybe
the
not
categories.
Go 382 categories or rounds.
Yeah.
Like, why not just do 10 rounds?
Okay.
So you could say your pick and explain it, and then you could talk about it.
Right.
No. There's, I choose this. No,
yeah,
I choose this. I choose that.
Yeah.
I choose this. Who was that? Matt.
Well, Matt. Well, Matt's not even part of it anymore.
Well, maybe one day.
But here's the problem. One of the categories is Christmas characters.
Yes.
Or characters from Christmas movies. One of the categories is villains.
Mm-hmm.
So if you draft The Grinch, which one?
Oh, don't even get me started.
Which category does it go in?
You could only choose
if
one
I say
Grinch
The
last
Grinch
year.
as played by Jim Carrey, can I still draft The Grinch as voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch?
Nope.
Right.
Not according to at least former commissioner Matthew Warnick.
That's problematic.
That's why he was asked to move on. Because he wouldn't, it was the SNL draft, and he would only allow you to take Will Ferrell once. Not Will Ferrell as this character or this character or this character. Once Will Ferrell was taken.
If you're taking characters, it shouldn't matter who's playing them.
Nope. Once Will Ferrell was taken as best SNL, like cast members, you couldn't take Will in the cast, and once you took him there, you couldn't take him as Trebek.
Well, that's a horrible decision.
I agree. It was a big to-do.
I'm going to say this for the people who are interested in watching tomorrow from 9 to 11. I am going to take in the category of quote. So the overall draft is Christmas movies. I'm going to take a quote that if I gave Dustin Nielsen 1,000 guesses, he would not come up with it.
It's diabolical.
If I gave him guesses into perpetuity,
yes,
he probably would not guess it.
Nope.
So I'll take that later in the draft because I know no one else is going to take it.
Well, that's the thing. You hold that baby in your pocket till the end.
Yes. Yeah, it's going right at the end.
Jingles will make a...
I don't know if little jingles will fit into this one. I don't think... Well, I don't know what the commish category is going to be.
Shucks. Max Bezzozu is Billy Bob Thornton from Bad Santa, a Christmas villain.
No.
He's a Christmas character?
True.
I love the Christmas drafts. We've watched a few Christmas movies over the weekend. Christmas Chronicle. We watched Elf. Fantastic.
I watched none. I finished Project Hail Mary. I finished Project Hail Mary. I should talk about this. We can make this. We can make this part of Fired Up.
Well, we have to do our year in review.
Yeah, we will. Settle down.
Like, come on.
We're gonna get there. Fired Up for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces, whether it's gas or wood burning. Look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need, available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. Yeah, I finished Project Hail Mary. The movie comes out in March, starring Canadian Ryan Gosling. I really like this book. It is a science fiction book, definitely, but it is really a great book about a cool friendship. So I won't. These are not spoilers because you can read about the book, and one thing that actually happens quite early. Ryan Gosling in the movie, so the character's name is Ryland Grace, is in space. Okay, has to do something to try to help Earth. Meets an alien from another planet who's trying to do the same thing for his planet. So there's all the sciencey stuff and problem solving and backstory to it, but there's really just a great friendship story, like a buddy story between a human and an alien. And I thought it was really well done and really kind of sweet. So it made me happy.
I think you summed that up quite eloquently.
Thank you.
Well done.
So we're also so Jay and I were talking last week, and we said, I guess we're obligated to do a year in review because it's almost the end of the year. Year in review. So then we decided, okay, let's do a year in review, but asking each other trivia questions from each month. And then that'll make us flash back, and we'll have the fun of quizzing each other. So we're going to do March and April together today. So I got March, but I actually picked something that was in March and April. Now, this was just mentioned on the show recently. What Canadian city hosted and which country won the 2025 World Men's Curling Championship? Marc mentioned both of these in our interview.
Right. Scottish rink.
Scottish rink won. So that's right. Bruce Mowat.
What was the other question?
What Canadian city hosted it?
It was
March 29th to April 6th.
Great question. Okay, it was either...
You know it, Coop? I want to give Jay do some charades for Jay?
No. Just Kaiwo. Was it in BC?
No.
Frig.
Niagara Falls. No. I thought Coop did the side of an asteroid hitting the Earth.
What was in Kamloops or Kelowna? I guess that wasn't it.
No.
So the Canadian
the World Men's.
Okay, was
last
it in
March and April? No.
Give me a hint.
We got a winner in the nasty chat.
What's MJ?
That's the correct answer from James. Yes,
Moose Jaw.
James was probably there.
Moose Jaw.
All right. So this is the thing. So remember that name. So we know we got to tie this into something we can actually talk about. And Marc Kennedy referenced it. Remember that name, Bruce Mowat and the Scottish rink, because they're going to be in the Olympics. They're going to be a big challenge for Canada. So last year, Canada finished first in the round robin, got a bye into the semis. Scotland was fifth, beat Sweden 8-7, beat Canada 7-4, beat Switzerland for gold. Canada beat China 11-2 for the bronze. So there you go. A little bit of a curling theme today. So Scotland, I think, will be a top challenger for Canada at the upcoming Olympics. Or maybe they'll be the favorite.
Number one ranked team in the world.
So they should be the favorite then.
Brad Jacobs would be, I'd imagine he'd be second now because Dunstone was second, but
didn't make it.
Yannick Schwaller, we also heard about.
Yep.
And the Switzerland rink. Joel Retornaz from Italy.
Really?
Hometown team. They're ranked sixth. Daniel Casper from Minnesota is a U.S. rink.
Now, have they qualified?
I'm not sure. This is just recently. This is
so these you're going off
updated.
The world rankings.
World rankings.
Let's see if Wikipedia can help with who's in already. So Italy is Joel Retornes.
Yes.
So he's good. Sweden is Nicholas Edin. He's good. U.S. is Daniel Kasper.
Okay.
Yeah. And Yannick Schwaller from Switzerland. So all the tons of big names there. It's going to be huge.
Zhao Ming Zhu from China.
I believe it says this. It says the Chinese skip is Zhu Xiaoming. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that properly.
Right. Yamaguchi from Japan.
Japan is not in the men's Olympic curling tournament.
What is Magnus Ramsfjell from Norway?
Norway is represented by Magnus Ramsfjell.
There we go.
That's going to be a great Are all these guys in the top 20 in the world?
Yes.
Most of them?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Going to be huge. So there's my little March, April trivia. What do you have for me?
Which player missed the tournament-winning putt at the Masters only to come back and win it in a playoff versus Justin Rose?
Rory McIlroy.
And what was so special about that win?
That gave him the career Grand Slam, as in he has won all 4 major championships at least once during the course of his career.
It's also his first major since 2014.
Oh, yeah, it's been a while. Championship drought.
6 players have won the career Grand Slam.
Okay. You want me to list them?
I do.
Including Rory.
Yeah, including Rory.
Right, so that's 1. So I got to get the other 5. Jack Nicklaus. Tiger Woods. I believe Watson and Palmer did not. Snead. Hogan. So I'm missing 2. I should know this. I'm choking on the spot here. Rory, Nicklaus, Woods, Hogan, player.
The one you're missing is the oldest one, the first one to do it.
Okay, Jones? No, not all the majors were around when Bobby Jones was playing.
No.
Hagen?
No.
Because there was a Hogan and a Hagen. Sarazen? Sarazen. I did okay.
Took
me about
Gene
12 guesses.
Sarazen 13 years to achieve that. The career Grand Slam.
Well, how long did it take Rory? Or in between the third and the fourth?
Yeah, from his first major
right
to completing the Grand Slam, 13 years.
Well, Rory would have been in that category because wasn't he 12 to 25?
14 years.
Oh, 11 to 25.
14 years.
Right.
Ben Hogan, Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, and Tiger Woods. Who did it the fastest?
It has to be Woods.
3 years.
Yeah.
Jack Nicklaus did it in 4 years. Gary Player, 6 years. Ben Hogan, 7 years.
That's great trivia.
Do you remember that final hole when Rory
Hogan's? No, I don't. No. I wasn't watching Hogan. I'm not that old.
Of the Masters, you goof. That was an incredible finish to the Masters.
That was good. Yeah, that was a good tournament, and Justin Rose played well.
The Masters,
he was way behind, and he caught up.
Yes, the Masters. I like that's by far and away my favorite.
That's one of the best events to watch because it's on. I like all the golf majors, but I do enjoy the Masters because I kind of the layout, right? Like which hole is which. You know the challenges. The water hazards and all that kind of stuff.
I like it. Yeah, it's right around. The March Madness then leads right into. You have the Masters all around that.
Right.
I think March Madness is probably one of my favorite sporting traditions.
Yeah, it's good. Mm-hmm. I'm probably not as into it as I used to be, but it's still fun.
It's awesome.
Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Gaming made easy anytime, anywhere. With Play Alberta, you have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from your phone, tablet, or computer whenever works for you. Download the Play Alberta app today and get started with a $50 casino bonus. Just deposit $50 with promo code EST Casino. Play smart, play local, and remember to use your game sense. Quinn Hudson called up by the Oilers today. And we'll see how he'll be used tomorrow against the Penguins. That's a 5:30 game. Edmonton Sports Talk will have the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 4:30, hosted by Tom Gazzola. All right, the Coob and then words of the day. Fun finish coming up.
The Oilers have recalled Quinn Hudson from the Condors. The 23-year-old leads the AHL in rookie scoring, having 16 goals, 28 points in 24 games played this season. And in the NHL today, there's 5 games on tap, 2 of which are live. After 20 minutes, the Ducks and Rangers are scoreless, while with 4 minutes left to go in the opening frame, the Panthers are up 2-0 on the Lightning. And from Buffalo, the Sabres have fired general manager Kevin Adams, promoting Jarmo Kekalainen to take over duties as general manager. CFL news, the Bombers have extended Brady Oliveira to a 3-year deal. He's now locked up through the 2028 season. To the NFL, Green Bay's Micah Parsons' season is over, with the 26-year-old tearing his left ACL yesterday against the Broncos. Plus, Washington has decided to sit Jaden Daniels for the remainder of the year. Marcus Mariota's start the final 3 games of the season for the Commanders. Monday Night Football, Miami hits the field in Pittsburgh at 6:15. Catch the game alongside Lieutenant Eric down at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. And on the court, there's a handful of games in the association. The Raptors and Heat tip off in just a moment. They're actually underway early, scoreless just a minute into the game, and entering the second quarter. It's the Celtics up 33-25 over the Pistons. Words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library when we get back. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. You can always text us 780-218-9999. That's the afternoon inbox, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant, where the entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week. That is from 2 to 5 p.m. Oilers traveling to Pittsburgh today. Tristan Jarry right back in the town he was just traded from.
Obviously, that's something that I always thought that I would never play for another team. Obviously, I had a contract with the Penguins and was traded to Edmonton, but that was always my thought. I loved Pittsburgh. I loved living there. I loved the city. And everything that came with putting that jersey on. It was very special to me, and it was anything and everything I could have imagined.
Jarry was also asked how he thinks he'll be received tomorrow.
You never know. I hope in a good way. I put my heart and soul into this team, and I think I hope they understand that. You never want to go into a game thinking you're going to lose. You want to win every single game that you step foot on the ice, and I think that's all I want to do was win in Pittsburgh, and I hope I was perceived that way.
All right. Yeah, he's expected to play tomorrow. We'll see if Stuart Skinner gets the call for the Pittsburgh Penguins as the Oilers play Game 3 of their 5-game road trip. 1-1 so far after the split against the Maple Leafs and the Canadiens. All right. Let's wrap her up here with Words of the Day. Love this segment. It's presented by Edmonton Public Library. They have a Cooking for a Cause program that allows you to have a fully customized experience, fully interactive with a chef in the kitchen at Stanley A. Milne Library. You can pick what food to cook, what to drink, what your atmosphere will be. So it's a great team-building activity, great family gathering. Go to EPL.ca to find out more.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
Okay, Reid, you're in for one here.
Good.
First word of the day, Clish McClaver.
Somebody sent this in.
No.
Clish McClaver.
But Les Sweet did say that it will be fun during the Olympics if I have you try and spell athletes' names.
Oh, that could be fun.
That
yeah,
could be
for sure.
We could do the Olympic edition of Words of the Day. Clish McClaver. Clish McClaver.
I don't even know where to begin with this. All right, can I just take a stab at it?
You know it.
KLYSHMACLAVER. Clish McClaver. Oh, was I even remotely close?
Yes, the start of it was the issues. You should have went with your other one. Go with the top one.
CLISH.
Yeah.
MACLAVER. Is that actually how it's spelled?
Yes.
So I wrote that down and I thought
Trust your gut.
It can't be, but a word like that, I was thinking it can't be that obvious. It can't be that obvious, but it was.
Clish McClaver.
Clish McClaver is a mailman from the popular Welsh comedy series Clink.
That's a good
makes me think of Cliff Clavin. I'm gonna need a sentence for this, I think. I can't believe I spelled it right initially.
You did.
That's shocking. Okay.
Their Clish McClaver about the neighbors filled the quiet afternoon. Their Clish McClaver about the neighbors filled their quiet afternoon.
Complaining? Like bitching about?
I can give it to you.
What a word.
It's gossip, idle or foolish talk.
Gossip. Well, no, I didn't really get
I'll
it.
give it
No
to you.
points.
0.5 out of 2. Okay, second one.
Jeez, what a word.
Oh, shoot.
Where did you find that?
I
What's
have
the
my
origin
sources.
of that word?
What's the origin?
Yeah. Clish McClaver. And it's all one word. It's not hyphenated or anything.
No, it's not. I don't know the origin.
Okay.
Sorry.
It was probably made up.
Second word of the
Dr.
day.
Seuss.
Multitudinous. Multitudinous. Multitudinous.
I think I might actually get this one.
You
this one
should.
I feel good about. MULTITUDINOUS. Multitudinous. And this would be something relating to a large variety of something. Or selection. Large variety or selection.
Not bad. 2.5 out of 4. Multitudinous is a formal word with meanings that relate to multitudes. It can mean existing in a great multitude, that is very many, or including a multitude of individuals, or existing in or consisting of innumerable elements of aspects. Or
I don't know if I got it right.
You're directionally right.
Those were incredible words.
What
today.
did you say? Like
I said pertaining. I think I said pertaining to
many,
a large variety of something.
The two old friends reminisced about the multitudinous ways in which their lives had changed.
Right.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah, I think I understood it.
Hey, I'm the judge.
Because it's from the word multitude.
Clever.
Rip City Step in the Nasty Chat. By the way, if you're with us and you have not given us a thumbs up on YouTube, do it in the final 2 minutes. Good. It's a pretty good thumb day. Rip City Steph says, what is the total number of points Jay tried to give Reid in word of the day, but Reid rejected the pity points in 2025?
Hundreds.
No, not that many.
What does this say? Did Jay actually get punched by a pro boxer, or was he all talk? When did I talk about that?
I don't remember you talking about that.
Well, I know I used to, my wife, when she was not my wife, we were dating, was Jelena Marjanovich's roommate.
Oh, right.
They lived together for a year or two.
Maybe that's what he was talking
and
about.
And we boxed.
Right.
I kicked the crap out of her.
So, but was she a pro at the time?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good fight. I didn't literally kick the crap out of her.
Yeah, you're joking.
But it was a good, I'm not. We fought. I didn't beat her up, but she was good.
Boxing gloves?
Yeah.
Because she was a panda and tore her knee up,
That's right.
Yeah, that's how she got into boxing. Yeah, she's a great story.
She could throw them.
Yeah.
I could tell.
All right. What an amazing show. So our live stream resumes at 6 a.m. on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, YouTube, and Cruise FM 95.7 for the Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. And, of course, streaming all day 6 to 6 here on Edmonton Sports Talk. So we will be back at 3 tomorrow afternoon. Thanks a lot for checking out the show. On behalf of Zachary Kubish and Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Take care.